In baseball, after a short weather delay, the Yankees and the Orioles are in action. It is the top of the first inning. They are scoreless, but Yankees manager Aaron Boone told reporters that Aaron Judge has been cleared to begin his hitting progression. Judge has been on the injured list since June 2nd due to a right rib stress fracture. Earlier today in baseball, the Braves held on to defeat the White Sox 2-0. The Jays topped the Rays 5-1. Milwaukee took care of the Mariners 7-4, and the Guardians beat the Giants 5-2. The NFL preseason continues tonight with week 2. Two matches, two games. The first one at 8 Eastern, Raiders and Texans. Raiders rookie quarterback and first overall pick Fernando Mendoza is expected to play the first half of tonight's game. Then at 10 Eastern, it's the 49ers and the Chargers. The NFL fined the Cowboys and the Saints $500,000 each for unsportsmanlike conduct following multiple fights during their joint practice on Tuesday. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Elijah, put the camera on me.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program, even if I'm all wet. And my God, am I wet.
It's raining out there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pouring out here. Are you kidding? Like a monsoon. My God, I was just not ready for that. All right. You now have full access. That's right, for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4,
Whatever.
not 5.
Thank you, number 6. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, I'm so wet. Live on YouTube.
Do it live.
Yo.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
No, Kelvin, you really don't know how wet. It's nothing worse than when you're soaking wet.
How wet was it?
I'm talking about a wet willy. I mean, that's what I'm feeling.
All right.
I don't like
It's 35 seconds into the show. We got to relax. After yesterday's show, I thought we'd have enough.
You got a tissue for me? Well, yesterday's show was just average, right?
Average?
Ha!
Okay.
I had to guess what the lady was saying to you, Rob, and it was over the top.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's
Rob,
all over.
I can't wait to.
It's all over.
It's all done.
No, it's not. You got 39 other letters you want to read.
It's all good.
Well, that's
all
just
right.
from her, Kelvin.
Okay.
That's right. We didn't get to the other ones. All right, now, and I should say now live on YouTube. Did I say that?
You did.
You did, but I'll play it again.
Do it.
Okay, thank you. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington. It's gonna be one of them shows
And we
again.
are indeed the Odd Couple. This is going to be a bad show. I can tell you straight up.
I don't even see him, and I know Rob G's shaking his head. I can already tell.
On this, all right, we're going to move it along on this TV theme song Thursday. And guess what? You'll need our telephone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Byron Bolaños.
On the planet.
Rob G. and Bolaños.
On the planet.
Just Monty Bolaños.
On the
It's just a lot of
planet.
Monty.
There you go. At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben. Yes.
Or sorry about that,
All right.
Monty. I don't know.
That's right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
That's right. If you can't figure out the letters and numbers. And if you hear feedback on the line when you call in, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
And with that said, always remember...
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweet-oo-beady.
Yay.
yeah.
All right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin Washington.
And we
What
have
up, what up, what
exactly
up?
1 minute to get to our lineup and get going. How's that? How are you?
Well, good. We did good, too. Rob G probably ain't too mad. We ain't, let me just stop now before I say something that gets you going or gets me going. So I'm going to stop now. But, yeah, everything's good, man. Looking forward to tomorrow, too. We got a little something special for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, I might have to sleep in here or get an arc or something. So we're doing a Dan Patrick show. I thought we were banned. Right. Rob G, Alex, weren't we banned from Dan Patrick or something? I think he hates me. Right?
I think you forgot.
Not anymore?
I think you forgot.
I think they gave me a shot. They were like, just bring in Kel. Like, let's at least give him a shot.
You know what? Maybe because Corvino and Rich can't do it tomorrow, so they just threw us a bone or something. You know what I mean?
I heard the Danettes love the Kinko
Rob,
thing.
don't ruin us before we get our shot.
I'm just saying, like I guess. All right. It is what it is, but tomorrow the Odd Couple will be on. Rob G, who's doing the Odd Couple tomorrow? Is that you? No.
It's going to be Ephraim and Martin Weiss.
For real, who's doing the show tomorrow?
Ephraim Salam and Martin Weiss.
Rob G, stop. Who's doing the show tomorrow?
Still those two guys.
Okay. I thought you were pulling my leg. All right, I got it. All right, okay. Tomorrow night, 7 to 10. Don't miss it. And tomorrow
you
get
didn't
a
sell
double
him on
dose.
it, Rob.
You get a double dose.
Well, Rob won't be listening.
Big time, though.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m. What is that show, Rob G? 9 a.m. to noon Eastern?
You are doing a terrible job of selling this, Rob. Yes,
I'm
the Dan
trying to
Patrick
remember.
Show, one of those popular shows
I'm
in all the sports media. Tomorrow,
I'm
6 to
East
9
Coast, so
Pacific,
I'm trying
9 to noon Eastern.
When we do it out west, it's 6 something, so I was trying to
6
make
to
sure I
9,
got it right. Okay. All right, anyway, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio show without them. I can't wait for the Dan Patrick show tomorrow.
I don't know. I believed you 10 minutes ago. Now I don't know if I believe you.
Rob G is our producer.
Blood Mexican is.
Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I don't know who just did the update. I'm sorry. Monty Bolaños. Monty, how are you? I'm sorry. I'm just wet in New York. Okay. I'm soaking wet.
Hey, we heard that. We heard that you're real wet.
Heard it.
So
yes. So I'm just discombobulated or whatever.
I think I'm moving to Mexico.
Yeah.
You might want to after this opening segment. Might be the one that finally sent you.
Monty, it's great to have. It's great to have you along. Thank you. And of course, Elijah.
Never heard of him.
Is our social media guru. And don't forget, it is a TV theme song Thursday, so we'll be playing some of your greatest TV theme songs coming up. Rob G, Joe Burrow had something to say, and I'm not buying it.
Yeah, Joe Burrow has been, if you ask Jamar Chase, pissed off all training camp. He has this edge about him. His expectations are high. He's holding everyone to a higher standard than ever. He compared this group to the 2019 LSU Tigers, of course, had the best season ever in college football history.
Oh, yeah.
And earlier today, a reporter finally asked him, like, Joe, you kind of been on edge. You look like you're angry. Are you just feeling the pressure? Is it now or never in Cincinnati? Take a listen to Joe's response.
I'm trying to put it out into the world. I'm trying to manifest it. I'm trying to show our guys the urgency that I have and that I want us to have as an organization to go and make it happen. You can keep pushing it down the road, or you can talk about it now and say this is the year. I'm tired of saying next year. This is it. Life is too short to keep pushing things down the road, and trying to instill some urgency and some intensity in everybody to go and be great every day and try to go make it happen.
Okay. Joe Burrow, I think you're a fantastic quarterback. But I'm not buying what you're selling. If it's now or never, guess what I'm going to say? It's never. It's never. The Cincinnati Reds have a better chance of winning the World Series than the Bengals have of winning the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? Joe Burrow and your fine receivers and the offense and all that, I love it. I love the speak, and the fans are like, yeah, Joe's pissed. He's fired up. It's now or never. They've been saying that in Cincinnati since Moby Dick was a guppy, and they still haven't won. And guess what, Joe Burrow? You ain't winning no Super Bowl. It's great you got there. I give you all the credit in the world. That franchise couldn't win a playoff game. But have you looked at your defense? Has it improved that much? It is because time and time again, I've seen you throw 9 touchdowns in a 2-game stretch against Baltimore, lost both of those games. The defense is not there. I would understand Rob G, Kelvin, if he was the quarterback and felt like they missed a window like C.J. Stroud, who had a Super Bowl winning defense, and he didn't deliver. That would be different. If he was on the Texans, I'd be all about it. Last year, the Bengals, you ready? Ranked 31st in total defense, 380.9 yards allowed per game. 30th in scoring defense, giving up almost 29 points a game. At one point, they allowed 27 points and 350 total yards over an 8-game stretch. Kelvin, did you hear that? Over an 8-game stretch. A mark which had never been done before in the history of the National Football League. I know there have been some offseason moves. I know they've drafted some players. I'm sorry. When I think of teams coming out of the AFC and in the mix to get to the Super Bowl, even with Joe Burrow, it's going to be a never for me because I don't see this year all of a sudden, because he says it, Kelvin, means that things have changed that dramatically.
If it's now or never, I agree with the never if it's simply those. But I will say this. I get his sentiment because we know he's coming from a guy, Rob G mentioned it. He had one of the greatest collegiate years we've ever seen. I think it was 50 touchdown passes. I mean, it was lights out every single week to the tune of a national championship and so on and so forth. So I think a guy who has won, we talked about this last year, Rob. Remember when he said, man, I'm getting beat up. I'm hurt. He's gotten sacked more than Andrew Luck did throughout his first 80-something games. I mean, this guy has gone through it. And so I'm looking at a guy, remember he said he is not even having fun anymore. So I think he's looking and saying, I want to be more like the greats, you know, the Joe Montanas, heck, even Aaron Rodgers in the sense of at least he got one. Then I want to be a Dan Marino. I got there, and I'm good, and our offense is great, and I'm a guy who's capable of being an MVP. You mentioned it, Rob, a couple seasons ago. If his defense decided to play a little bit, he could have been an MVP. But all of a sudden, he doesn't want to be remembered as the guy that could have been, that should have been, that would have been, but never was. And I think that's why he's placing the urgency, because people have the tendency to go, well, look how good he is. They'll figure it out. Man, you might have the best receiver in the game. You might have the best receiver tandem in the game. Between those two and Joe Burrow, that offense should be – yeah, but it could account for nothing. And I think he's tired of that. I think he's sick of being sacked more than anyone throughout their first.
But talking about now or never is not going to change anything. My protection or your defense can't play.
But I think
I don't even understand what that means. What is now or never? So if they don't win this year, does that mean that he's going to quit or they'll never win ever? What does that mean?
I interpret that as from top down. From ownership to general manager to coaching to the coaching staff to the players, ain't no lollygagging. Ain't no taking plays off. Ain't no haphazard.
But come on, Kelvin. I think that, like seriously, like you think the other guys don't want to win. You think the front office doesn't want to win. You think the coaches don't want to win. You think everybody's not playing hard. They're not talented enough.
I'm going to absolutely say I do believe some people don't play hard enough. And you've been covering too many athletes to not know that some of them have a mentality that those checks cash on the 1st and the 15th. We know that. If you're in a situation.
But you got to point out somebody. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? That defense is not good. That defense isn't good.
No, I agree with. I don't think anybody could disagree. You mentioned on the stats. I mean, one of the worst defenses we've seen in quite some time. So they make some moves. They go get a Dexter Lawrence. They go get a Boya Mafe. They go get some help with Jonathan Allen. They go make some plays to become better defensively. I'm with you. I'm on the never side. If you're saying now or never, but only thing I'm saying is I get it from the standpoint of there's only a couple of positions in all of sports, in American sports at least, that we judge. The star player in the NBA, the upper echelons, the LeBron, Stephs, KDs, Jokers, so on, and star quarterbacks. Nobody else. You can be, like I said, Mike Trout and do nothing, and you're still going to the Hall of Fame, one of the all-time greats in baseball. That's not the same equation. Aaron Judge could never win, and he'll be one of the greats. It doesn't count. And he's been one of the better baseball players we know for the greater part of a decade. But in football, that daggone quarterback, you better win one. And I think he knows a lot of this legacy falls on
better
him.
Win one. Dan Marino didn't win, and you had.
And that's why he is highly as regarded as he's supposed to be.
Yes,
Had he got one, he might be the GOAT.
There were players who still said even if he didn't win, they thought he was one of the greatest of all time. We've had players come on.
I'm not arguing the talent. I'm saying imagine if Dan Marino had one or two rings. Could you imagine where he would be placed? And Joe Burrow is all I'm saying is I get it on his clock. He's saying I'm going to try to get not just the players, this entire organization. He's the reason why they signed. They signed T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
It doesn't mean anything. You can sign all the offensive players you want. They wasted money on the offense and didn't fix the defense. That's why he won't win there. It's just so simple. It ain't even some riddle to figure out or say, oh, it's a shame. They shouldn't win anything. Are you kidding? They shouldn't win anything.
Why can't they win ever? I agree. I'm with you on the never side of this
with the
particular
defense.
coming
I'm just saying, if you don't fix the defense, I don't care what Joe Burrow does. You won't win. You won't win.
But I think
not with that defense.
I don't disagree. I don't think anybody can disagree. Only thing I'm saying, I think some of that pressure lies on him. It ain't just I think he's screaming to the organization too, Rob.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. What's more likely for Joe Burrow's Super Bowl aspirations in Cincinnati? Now or never? Where are you? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. A little wet, a little damp, but still firm.
Okay.
And we want to hear from you. Thank you. We want to hear from you. We value your opinion. This isn't some lame podcast. It's a damn radio show. 877-99 on Fox. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you got a towel for Uncle Rob in the US of A.
I need one. Oh, my.
Oh, boy. Well, let me tell you about this. We make predictions every single day, right? We talk about politics, pop culture, also the biggest stories making headlines. So Kalshi, America's #1 predictions platform, trades them all. Here's a fun one for you. So Taco Bell, the Crunchwrap Supreme, currently trading at 47% probability that the price in August will be at least $6.72. So that means a $100 trade pays out $202 if the Crunchwrap Supreme stays priced at least $6.72 this month. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. So download the Kalshi app and use code ODD to get $20 when you trade 20. That's code ODD, ODD, to get $20 when you trade 20. KALSHI, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Restrictions and eligibility apply. Not available in all states and must be 18 plus. Trading involves significant risk. Consider if it's appropriate for your financial circumstances. Prices and value may differ and some markets may not be active. See Kalshi.com/regulatory for more.
Rob G, the Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, quarterback gate it seems to me like we've getting some resolution to this.
Yeah, it's the quarterback battle nobody asked for. Nobody wanted it, but we're getting it anyways. But then again, it may not be a real quarterback battle because, Todd Monken, the new head coach there, said, hey, this is an open competition. Deshaun's going to start the first preseason game. Shedeur is going to start the second preseason game. And that way, by week 3, we'll know who our QB1 is entering the season. So Deshaun started the first one, second one coming up this week. And Todd Monken said, well, yeah, Shedeur is still going to start this week. But if the joint practices between us and Buffalo keep going the way we think they're going to go, then the rest of the starters will not play during this game. So it'll be Shedeur with the 2s once again. All signs pointing to, as we all expected, Deshaun Watson, QB1 in Cleveland.
All right, can I say this?
Yes.
I told you so. I told you Shedeur Sanders would not be the starting quarterback not because Todd Monken wants to derail his own coaching career, not because they have some hidden agenda against Shedeur Sanders. They're trying to put him in his place. It's none of those reasons. If he had proven himself, shown to them that he was the future and they could buy into him, they would have told Deshaun Watson, take that and your fat money check that we still owe you and get lost, kick rocks, but they couldn't do it. And don't tell me, oh, well, because of the contract. Well, no. We saw Russell Wilson got jettisoned out of Denver. They ate the contract. Tua's out of Miami. They ate they ate the money. They could do it. Matt Flynn, when he went up to Seattle, here's your big free agent deal, Matt Flynn. Oh, wait a minute. Russell Wilson showed up as a fourth-round pick. Get lost, Matt Flynn. My point is, the reason Shedeur Sanders is not going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns has nothing to do with anything other than he's not good enough. If he was good enough, he has everything going his way. He's younger. He apparently should have a bigger upside rather than an often injured quarterback. His last name, my God, they sold a gazillion jerseys he had because of his famous dad and his last name. He was a Pro Bowl quarterback, wink, wink, if you want to throw all that in. And guess what that got him? That plus $2.95 got him on the New York City subway and a rat winking at him. Nothing has happened. He's in the same spot because he's not good enough. Can we stop with all the excuses and just face it and be honest with yourself? Todd Monken has a coaching opportunity as a head coach, and there's no way he's going to sabotage his own job. Most guys never get a second opportunity. This is his only opportunity. If he believed honestly that Shedeur Sanders could help him win, he would be the starting quarterback, and all signs point that that's not going to be the case, Kelvin.
The only thing you're saying is who might start a game 2 of a preseason. It's game 2 of a preseason. You're jumping all the way to the conclusions. We don't know what it's going to be yet because, first of all, they say if you got 2 quarterbacks, you ain't got 1. So Cleveland may not have a quarterback right now. Also, no, Elijah, put the camera on both of us again. I want to see Rob. Don't you act like you ain't sat up here and talked about for a whole year how the money doesn't matter. I mean, the money is the reason. They owe Deshaun too much money. He's going to start. Now look at you. Oh, the money isn't anything. They don't have to start him because of the money. No, they didn't start Russell Wilson, and they got rid of him because they felt like they had their guy in Bo Nix, who was a high draft pick, and Sean Payton was big on him. Russell Wilson ended up having a Hall of Fame career in Seattle. We still don't know what Shedeur is going to be, which is why I'm actually shocked again while we've had these conversations. I'd rather see what I have in these situations with Shedeur. I think we have absolutely seen the best of Deshaun Watson. Those Houston days, they ain't coming back. Houston, we got a problem because that version of him is not showing up to Cleveland. And that comes down to, again, what we talked about. They owe him all the money. And I think until Shedeur, I will say, if he doesn't drastically separate himself, I admit he has to have a nice cushion ahead of him. And throughout all the reports, they say he's had the interception-free practices. He's had the higher completion percentage, he being Shedeur. But again, if he doesn't drastically separate, when that comes down to it, nobody wants somebody sitting over there holding a clipboard making $30, $40-something million. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. We got George Reister coming up. Or could
George
be Wrongster today.
Wrongster?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, we'll see. Could be Wrongster today, depending on what he says. We got him. We've got Joe Brady. We got Shop Talk, I should say, not Joe Brady. Shop Talk coming up next hour as well. And, of course, Foul or Fair with J.R. Gamble, who I got to meet down in the A.
That's right.
Wow.
And speaking of the A, everything didn't go great, and I buried the lead. Sometimes it takes 24 or 48 hours before bad news arrives, but it did arrive. Bad news for me.
I'm waiting.
Top of the hour, we'll talk about it.
Oh.
I'm not happy.
I'm trying to think what it could be. You left something?
Nope.
Okay. Well, top of the hour. I'm looking forward. That's a tease because now I got to stick around. I was going to dip.
You going to dip, not pay attention?
Hey, truck and bus drivers are trained
the
professionals.
Jason Smith show? You know, they don't have to pay attention.
Stop it, Rob.
Caution.
But the bigger the vehicle, the bigger the blind spots. Don't linger, pass with purpose, or give the vehicle space. Stay visible, stay safe. America's pros rely on you. Paid for by FMCSA. 877-99 on Fox.
Alex,
we're
you
taking
know what
a few
it
calls. Go.
I have a
Rob?
feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
Alex, tell me in my ear once we get these calls going.
I'm sick, Alex. I'm sick. That's all I'm saying.
Joe Burrow said now or never. You buying it? Is it an act? Do you believe in Cincy? Where are you with Joe Burrow and the Bengals? Who we got?
All right, Marty in Kentucky. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty? How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
What up, Marty?
What's up, Kelvin? Guys,
Hey, we're going to be on Dan Patrick tomorrow morning, so you can tune in tomorrow to Dan Patrick finally.
I'm off tomorrow, so I'll do that.
We appreciate it, Marty.
Dan never accepts my calls. I mean, you got to give your weight, your size, your height, and all that stuff. That's like I've called and given them my numbers. I don't know. They never put me through. They don't like me.
Okay.
Dang, Marty. Well, you good with us, Marty.
That's right. We love you, Marty. You know that.
Well, guys, I will listen. And on the subject, I think Joe's kind of seemed to like that he plays for a loser organization. He don't want to wait. And I know Rob, this is going to touch a soft spot for Rob, but he don't want to wait as long as Stat Padford did to go to a place that wants to build to win. And I said that just for you, Stat Padford. And,
thank you.
Yeah. And,
But the only difference between Marty, the only difference is Joe Burrow actually took that bad franchise to a Super Bowl. Stat Padford never did. It's a big difference between the two quarterbacks. I have way more respect. I have way more respect for what Joe Burrow did than Matt Stafford. Okay, that's just my point. Because if you're saying that's a loser,
what if he never gets back though? What if he just keeps?
No, but he still got there. Is what I'm saying is, if that's a loser organization, it's pretty amazing that he got to the Super Bowl.
Well, I think that's going to burn him more though, because he got that taste early. Rob, he got a little taste early. He's going to be burning up. Wanting to get back.
Everybody doesn't go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I know it's a good narrative and storyline to talk about all the quarterbacks and how they have to win and go. Everybody doesn't win. Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes has won 3. There's 40 other quarterbacks who haven't won. Everybody's not going to win. I don't care.
But if I'm Joe Burrow, I want to have this conversation at the end of my career. I'm still
I get it.
vetted.
All I'm just saying is you're not going to win with that defense. I don't care what he says or what offensive players they get.
I ain't arguing with that.
The Texans couldn't get to the Super Bowl with a Super Bowl defense. They didn't win.
If they could have had me at the quarterback, they'd had a shot. No turnovers.
Jonathan in Tampa, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, how y'all doing? First-time caller, long-time listener since your wowsy woo-woo days.
Wowsy woo-woo.
Wait a minute. So, Jonathan, how long have you been listening?
Wowsy woo-woo. Since so 2017, so back when you and Bruce started, I've been listening. I'll drop your UPS. I'll listen at night. If not, I catch you on the podcast the next day. So, from the very beginning.
Wow. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that.
You,
really,
Jay.
thank you.
Yeah, definitely love that show. Best show in business. So with Joe Burrow, I think it's just a mindset more than what he's really saying. He's trying to put it out there that it's now or never. Like any athlete would go into it saying, this is our year. You should go into it that way. The way I look at it, you don't want to say, this is not our year.
I get that, but what player in the National Football League, no matter what team they're on, doesn't think that way? It shouldn't even have to be said.
Whoever's on
Jonathan,
the Jets.
you hear what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't have to even be said. You should always think, my God, nobody had Seattle on the radar to go to the Super Bowl and win it. Nobody had the Patriots winning all the games they won last year and getting to the Super Bowl. I mean, every year you think that you could have a chance to win games or whatever. I don't know about saying it's now or never. I just don't think that means anything. It's just to appease, I guess, the reporters there, to maybe as if the guys in the locker room woke up and said, "Oh, did you hear Joe? Joe said it has to be now."
I think the only difference
we'll play better now. We'll play better now.
I think the only difference between what you and I stand on, I do think there's a level of expectancy, like, and if the guys are showing up late to meetings, if they're a little bit there's a level that he's trying to get them to, a standard of play that I think is that next level where it's like that every single day.
And if you don't have the defense, you could be on time to every damn meeting and you still won't win the Super Bowl.
Listen, I don't disagree with the defense, Rob.
Okay.
I can't argue with you on that.
It's about talent. I'm just saying, all that window dressing, coming to meetings and being on time.
Well, they got some players. Maybe
Maybe
if the offense is Rob is number one or two,
you're not going to win.
And the defense can be 20th. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe
you got them going to the Super Bowl, coming out of the AFC?
No. I don't even got them coming out the division.
Okay.
I got the Ravens coming back out. Dang it, I'm riding to the Ravens. Till the wheels fall off. All right, George Reister, could be wrongster. We'll talk to him in a minute. Right now it is Monty Bolaños, and she is getting you up.
Monty!
Fellas, happy
Thursday.
Girl. Hi. Where are you? Never gets old.
Look at you, Alex.
It does not get old. It's hilarious.
Imagine being a professional broadcaster on the news every morning. He can't say, in Los Angeles, he can't say Monty Bolaños.
My Bolaños has a first name.
Yeah.
It's O-S-C-A-R.
My Bolaños has a second name.
Second name is M-O-N-S-E-A-R.
I'm just taking it as he got nervous saying my name, but not as a bad thing.
I like that.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not taking it as a bad
Don't worry
thing.
about it.
Don't
Monty,
worry.
we got our own thing.
Yeah.
And Monty, you know I'm the ultimate butcher, so for Kelvin to butcher your name, it's bad.
It makes it funnier.
That's y'all
it makes
problem. Y'all
the
living in
whole
the past.
situation funnier.
Y'all living in the past.
Jeez, Pete's, that's exactly right. Guys, the NFL's preseason continues tonight with 2 games at 8 Eastern. It's the Raiders and the Texans. Raiders rookie quarterback and first overall pick Fernando Mendoza is expected to play in the first half of tonight's game. Then at 10 Eastern, it's the 49ers and the Chargers. Other news out of the NFL, the league did fine the Cowboys and the Saints $500,000 each for unsportsmanlike conduct following multiple fights during their joint practice on Tuesday. Lions tight end Sam Laporta could miss the start of the regular season with a hip injury that will keep him out of practice for the near future. This is according to head coach Dan Campbell. Eagles first-round pick wide receiver Mekhi Lemon returned to practice today after missing time with a hamstring injury. When it comes to the NBA, James Harden has agreed to a 3-year deal worth $97 million to return to the Cleveland Cavaliers. In Major League Baseball, the Yankees and the Orioles are underway. They are scoreless. It's the bottom of the second inning, but Aaron Boone did tell reporters that Aaron Judge has been cleared to begin his hitting progression. He's been on the injured list since early June due to a right rib stress fracture. Earlier today in baseball, the Braves took down the White Sox 2-0. Jays topped the Rays 5-1. Milwaukee took care of the Mariners 7-4. By the way, Seattle plans to call up left-hander Cade Anderson, the top pitching prospect in baseball, to start on Saturday. This is according to ESPN. Back to you guys.
Monty, thank you. Appreciate it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a TV theme song Thursday. Joined now by our man George Reister, could be wrongster every now and again, former NFL tight end, host of the Unafraid Show. What up, George?
George, what's happening?
And you forgot, guy that the Odd Couple did not invite to a NABJ for the second year in a row. Thanks a lot, guys.
Hold on.
George,
you want to handle it, me handle it, Rob. Go, because I'm going to handle it if you don't handle it.
I'm going to do this right here, George, right now. You ready, George?
Yes.
Next year, book your ticket to Houston August 4th through the 8th, and the following year we're going to New Orleans. I'm telling you on the record, Houston August 4th through the 8th, NABJ, be there in Houston.
Okay, I will be there because last year Kelvin, well, he was like, yeah, I may or I may not go. I'll let you know. And then I look up on social media,
and it's all over. Yep.
Okay, I'll give you Cleveland. I ain't giving you Atlanta, George. I told you I was going to Atlanta. I told you I was going to the A. So I could give you Cleveland. I will grant you that. I was unsure.
George, you were probably lucky that you didn't go. You might have got the thumbs down award when you got there. I'm just saying.
Hey, they giving out negative awards now, bro. That's a shame.
No, they've been doing it. They've been doing it forever, though. They've been giving companies and organizations for a long time. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You don't want to make an enemy of me.
Just go ahead, Kelvin.
All right, let's get to it. All right, so check this out, George. Let's go here because George, Rob G was telling me you're in favor of something that I don't quite get. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey said that allowing the athletes, we know that there's a judge who passed. We're going to allow some of these collegiate athletes who had gotten the pro, signed contracts, but want to come back. They're going to allow it. You seem to be in favor of this, right? Tell me this. Tell me it ain't so, George.
No, I am 100% in favor of it, and only for the class of 2022. Because the NCAA have been breadcrumbing out that they're going to put this rule out that about 5 for 5 and all of this. And instead of putting it out in January, that way players could make decisions about the draft, NBA, NFL, about the portal and everything else. Instead of doing that, they waited until June or July. That way players would quote unquote be stuck. And this is what happens when you do things the wrong way. This is what there are consequences for you being reactionary to everything and trying to be sneaky. And that is the only reason why I like it. In general, no, NFL players should not be able to go back to a college, but in this circumstance, they were 100% wrong. And there's a way to stop all of this, which college sports refuse to do, which is collective bargaining. That is the only way to solve this.
But I have no issue with it from the standpoint that they're paying kids in college anyway. They're not amateurs. They're pros, okay? Correct. They get paid. And number two, just because you sign – if you don't play it down in the NFL or make a play and make an opening day, you're not an NFL player. Your name is not registered. You're not a part of the union. You have to be able to make the team. So if guys are on these teams and they're paying people anyway, why can't they go back? There's no violation that we're going to get paid there or they get paid there. I don't see an issue because there's money involved now. Back in the day when you played, George, I get it. We're not there. That ship has sailed. People are making millions of dollars in college. Look at what Indiana just did. They won a national championship. Their coaching staff made $20 million. The coaching staff. There ain't no amateur sports.
Exactly. It is. And this is where fans want to pretend that college sports are amateurs when in reality it's professional for everybody. Everybody, for the administrators, for the coaches, for the TV networks, for the conferences, the commissioners. But the players though, it's got to be amateur.
Well, I'm going to save some of my points. We're going to talk about this a little bit later, Rob and I.
Kelvin, you still won't win the argument, so go ahead and save them anyway.
Come on, I'm going to hit you with a right now. Let me switch gears here a little bit when it comes to right now we're starting to see where we're getting some of the Notre Dame and SC are going to play, and we're starting to get some of these things coming back. Where are you with just when it comes to the way college football is handling scheduling, where you have teams don't want to play outside of their conference, any real competitive football? They're trying to hide, and because they're saying, I'd rather wait until I get into my conference. Where are you? Should it be? We get these great games. What about the fans?
It's gross. It's gross. It's cowardly. It is unbecoming of anybody. And this is a dude, and one of the main culprits right now is Kurt Signetti, where Notre Dame is now good. And now there's actually a real thing that could be real between Indiana and Notre Dame, and he took them off the schedule on purpose. And I'm like, you talk all big and bad. All I do is win, and this. Well, all you do is run away from non-conference competition too. Like at some point in time, fans have to stop being brainwashed into believing that this is the right thing to do. And notice, there's only 12 guaranteed opportunities for you each and every year to watch your team. Why on earth would you want more and less competitive games? It makes no sense. And it's a disservice because and then they will have the nerve to complain about the fans and the student section either leaving the game early or not selling it out. Well, sorry, you're playing DeVry. You are playing East Directional State Tech University, and of course they are going to be leaving the game early. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy if you don't do the right things.
100%. I just college football's off the rails. It's so disappointing, and they have torn down, George, so many things that traditions that people used to look forward to. It's just a free-for-all, a money grab. I don't know how. I get why people still go and watch it, because if you're in one of those college towns that have nothing else going on, that's all you got for 6 or 7 weeks. You know what I mean? On the year, that's all you got. That's how they get away with it.
Yeah, and then those same fans will complain about their season tickets and their schedule, their a home schedule. You're like, well, the team did it to you, so you can't blame anybody else. So, because I'm a big believer that competition matters and that college sports needs to be looking at itself like an enterprise instead of a bunch of mercenaries trying to do what's best for themselves. Is that they need to look at it like the NFL and understand that parity is the most important thing, that they need to be able to that yes, as much as the big brands matter, Alabama, Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, there needs to be a path that if you get the right coach, the right recruiting, and the right NIL, that Rutgers can win the Big Ten occasionally, or Vanderbilt can win the Big Ten occasionally, and that the big schools are going to be down sometimes. That's the thing that makes the NFL, that got it to grow from being just a very good game that everybody loved to being the number one game in the United States.
I hate to break it to you. It wasn't just that, though. I mean, it was fantasy football and gambling. That's what took football over the top, because I think people have the idea.
That's the crazy part.
Hello? Are you talking to us? I couldn't hear.
No, that was somebody else.
Yeah. I was just saying, like that's when football changed, because people don't remember when the NFL commissioner Paul Tagliabue went to the WWE to try to move Monday Night Raw off of Monday night, because they were getting the ratings were getting slaughtered. Monday Night Football. People don't remember that. But once fantasy football came along, it changed everything, and it made people, of course, want to watch games where they didn't have a rooting interest as far as teams, but players. And that's what changed everything. But it is what it is, George. We appreciate you, my man.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, what's those dates again, Rob?
August 4th through the 8th in Houston, which will be a stone cold gas. I'm telling you, got to be in Houston.
Well, I will be in Houston with or without you guys wanting to hang out with me.
You can hang out with us. Are you kidding?
No, see, he's trying to front like he did. Rob, he shut the party down in Chicago. Is that true or false, George?
Man, I have no recollection of the events in question.
Okay.
George,
hey, you know what the best part about this is?
What's
Rob,
that?
I'm going to give it to Elijah to put up on our YouTube. And now we're going to show the whole show.
George, if you did come to Atlanta, would you have come to Magic City with me or not?
Oh man, that's an off the air conversation.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! He wilted. Okay, he wilted.
Hey! I will tell you, I have been in Magic City. It is a fine eatery. They have some amazing food there. They have great wings. They're known for their culinary expertise.
Okay, thank you,
There you
George.
have it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, and it'll be funny when I put this video up of him getting busy dancing in Chicago, too. Elijah, get ready for a little HRU. Thank you, George. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you, man. It's a time for my kids' first high school game for the futures, and I'm coaching tonight, so I just hopped on with y'all in between.
Good luck.
No, we appreciate it, man. Yeah, good luck, brother.
Yep.
No doubt. Hey, Shekel City on the way. See how Rob cooked up? 877. Now, I don't know why I just want to get a number out right there. Shekel City on the way. It's your boy. Stick with us, Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, man, America's team back in the news again. Like they never left.
Oh, exactly.
Like
they
never left. Now, even though the Cowboys have not even played in an NFC Championship game since they won the Super Bowl in 1996, that doesn't stop them from talking about the Super Bowl every chance we get. We mentioned it the last, 2-3 weeks on this show. Dak Prescott saying stuff. Jerry Jones is saying stuff. Well, now, Troy Aikman jumped on a podcast recently, and he explained why he thinks the drought has been so long. Take a listen.
It all does start at the top, good or bad. I think starts at the top. I don't think Jerry would shy away from that. I think Jerry would certainly take responsibility. He'll take accountability if and when they win, and I think then you have to take responsibility when it hasn't worked out, and it hasn't worked out. I think the interesting thing is I've heard Jerry say that the reason he hasn't hired a general manager is because there are no guarantees, and no one can guarantee him that making a change at GM and replacing himself would guarantee that they would be any better. But if that's your philosophy, well, then you would never fire the head coach either. You would never make any changes because there are no guarantees whatsoever.
Exactly.
But they've been going down this road for so long, and yet it hasn't translated into success in January, and there has to be a reason for that.
All right, this is Troy Aikman, and now he was wondering why Jerry never asked him to get involved with the Cowboys. Because this is a lazy take, Troy Aikman. I get it. Jerry Jones should have turned over this football program to football people a long time ago. I'm with you. But to just say that it's all Jerry Jones' fault doesn't make sense. Because guess what? There's a guy in their front office named Will McClay, who has done a great job in helping them draft, whatnot. They draft well. They get good players. As a GM and football players, they've been pretty good. And Troy Aikman, if it's all about Jerry Jones and how lousy he is, how in the world can you help me, Troy Aikman, or are you too busy counting money? Can you help me?
He do got the bread.
They won 12 games in 2021, 2022, and 2023. 12 games. So it ain't like they don't have players to win games. They've won games. Have they failed in the postseason? Absolutely. Maybe they haven't had the right coach. Maybe I'll give you that. But to just sit there and basically think that it's all Jerry Jones, how do you win 12 games and put together that kind of talent and win the NFC East Division a few times? They've had double-digit wins in 5 of their last 9 years. It ain't like they've always been also-rans or they're never in the mix. Now, I'll give you the postseason. It's been a long time. Yes, Moby Dick was a guppy the last time they were in the NFC Championship game. That drought is ridiculous. I'll give you that, Troy. But to just make the blanket statement that Jerry's at the top and it's all Jerry's fault, maybe some of these coaches weren't able to make it happen. Maybe the players, when it came time to the big stage, weren't able to make plays. And maybe Dak Prescott isn't going to win you a Super Bowl because he isn't that quarterback when you really need him. but it's hard to argue about some of the numbers. Go find me other teams that have won 12 games or more 3 years in a row. I'll wait. Because it ain't many.
But here's the issue, Rob. Nobody's question is he a great owner and a great showman and a great guy for the NFL and the sport as a whole. I will completely agree with you. I think he's been exactly what the NFL needs as far as just, keeping it moving forward and growing the game and all the cheerleaders and all blah, just all this stuff. 100% agree with that. But I think where Troy was saying is you have guys, you have players, you have coaches in Jimmy Johnson, you had a team, and he wasn't, I want the credit. He's even admitted, I want my hands on, I want my fingerprints all over this, and that to me sometimes has backfired against him. Will he sign guys? Yes. Will he pay the bag to many players? Yes. Problem is, as the GM, Jerry Jones, he signs guys too late. He'll wait. Make them franchise for a year.
All that is good, but give me the... You're good enough to win, talent enough to win 12 games during the regular season in the division, so you can't say it's all Jerry because he's put together the pieces.
But I don't think anything is all anybody when you got to have 53 guys on the team. You got to have a coach. You got to have a general manager, offensive coordinator. I get that. But what I'm saying is throughout the last 30 years, 31 now, since they went to the NFC Championship game, there's been one constant. They've had new coaches. They've had new quarterbacks. They've had new players. They've had defensive coordinators. The one constant has been Jerry Jones.
To the beat of just one drum.
I'll be right for some. What they got, Rob?
Different strokes.
What else?
Takes different strokes. It takes different strokes to move the world.
Hey. It's Fox Sports Radio. The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Clearly, it's TV theme song Thursday. I'm going to let this last part rock out. Here we go.
And together we'll be fine because it takes
different strokes to the world. Different strokes to rule the world.
I think Todd Bridges is the only one alive, I think.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of at that place now where he don't care, so he's telling all the stories. It's like, oh, hey, whoa. They need to know all that.
I'm with you.
Shout out
I don't think we need to know everything. Do we need to know everything?
Yeah, he's been, because the young lady on there went through a lot. And
Dana Plato.
He told a lot of her. It's just, you hear stuff. You're like, man, the 70s and 80s was a wild place. Television, Hollywood was a dirty, wild place for sure. Not that it ain't now, but I'm just saying. George Reiser, thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. We'll get that up on the pod. If you missed any of today's show, just search the podcast. Look for The Odd Couple wherever you get them. Please follow it. Rate it 5 stars. Give us a great review. We appreciate it as always. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find a full version and the best of version. Once we get done, Rob G will have that up. It is now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
All right, how'd you do?
All right, last night, 1-2.
So that's, what is that, 1-5. The last
so 1-5 in the last 2 days. Here we go. We got 2 games that we're going to make up. Let's go 2-0. I'm 201 and 184. Elijah, back off. We're gonna flip the reset. Okay, I get it. He's like hounding me about resetting the
I bet
numbers.
He is.
So 201 and 184. I got the Rangers minus 1.5. That game's about to start. Rangers minus 1.5 over the Nationals down in Arlington, and I got the Astros minus 1.5. They're taking on the Angels in Houston. Astros minus 1.5. Rangers minus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, there you have it. That's Shekel City. I'm looking forward to whatever you got for us coming up top of the hour. You said it's something happened in Atlanta?
Yeah, something happened, and sometimes it takes 24 to 48 hours for it to manifest itself, and I'm very hurt by it. I'm sad. I'm sick. I'm disgusted.
I think I have a clue. But then again, I don't know.
You're probably thinking, are you thinking dirty, Rob G, Alex, you guys?
No, not dirty. That's no, not that crazy. Not dirty. But all right, well,
I
that's
was
a good
eating
tease.
wings and drinking alcohol. That's it.
Oh, you done already put on 5 pounds or something? Don't tell us.
Oh, no, it's more disgusting than that. Trust me.
Oh, man. We want to hear that.
God.
All right, well, look forward to that. Plus, we got to get into we talked a little bit about the trade with Watson and what that could mean for Denver and Cleveland, but specifically Denver. We'll tell you.
We are Fox Sports.
How about one of the most influential figures in hip-hop history? An actor, a filmmaker, entrepreneur, and now the guy behind the Big Three, which is getting ready to crown a new champion. Always great to have him on the show. Ice Cube.
Yeah.
What's up, Q?
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, man? Great to see you. Thanks for your time, man. We appreciate it.
They made a T-shirt out of that.
Oh, you see, can I tell you something? Listen, Ice.
Yeah, clear the air, Rich, please.
Listen, you'll never remember this because you do a million things, but Covino and I have worked together over the years at Fox Sports Radio now, ESPN, Sirius XM back in the day, and these guys bust my chops because one of my biggest flubs ever had to be over a decade ago easily. I accidentally called you Ice-T.
Yeah.
And I remember you looked me in the eyes and you said, "You know who the F you're talking to?" And I was like, oh. Well, I'm here to back him up and say, absolutely knew who we were talking to. But, man, we never let him live that down. And I don't know if you want to forgive him or not. That's up to you.
Yeah, do you forgive me before we start this?
No, I don't forgive you for that, but you're not a bad guy. You know what I mean? It happens. My homie's Ice. That's big bro. You know what I mean? That's the OG. So, it happens. You're not the first one, though. But, okay. You got to know us apart, man. Come on now, baby.
I know, come on. But when someone saw the shirt, they sent it to me. It is Ice Cubes in an iced tea.
Yeah.
So I had to wear this today.
Hey, Ice Cube,
I've seen that meme a few times. So that's funny that they actually made a T-shirt out of it.
Yeah, when you see that, do you wonder where's your money at? Like you're not getting paid. Like what's your mindset, or are you flattered when you see stuff like that?
I used to think about like, damn, I'm missing out on some cash, but then I realized, they wouldn't make stuff like that if it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, obviously it's cool, and that's good enough for me that you're wearing the shirt with my face on it, and it's cool and it's funny, and Ice-T's my man, like I said. So
yeah. Well, we're here with a legend, Ice Cube, and I see a lot of cool stuff behind you in your office there. Earlier today, we were talking about how Columbia House officially shut down, and we were talking about back in the day buying cassettes and CDs and all that stuff. What's your physical music collection like? Do you still have records, cassettes, CDs? Do you still have all those physical, music?
Yeah, I have, cassette players, DAT players. Remember the DAT?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. And man, we still got VHS around here because a lot of my history is on these things, Super 8s, all these little things that we recorded a lot of history on. And so I want to have stuff to play it on, you know what I'm saying? So
Week 2 of the NFL's preseason is about to start. First, it's the Raiders and the Texans. Kickoff is now. And Raiders rookie quarterback and first overall pick Fernando Mendoza is expected to play the first half of tonight's game. Then at 10 Eastern, it's the 49ers and the Chargers. The league fined the Cowboys and the Saints $500,000 each for unsportsmanlike conduct following multiple fights during their joint practice on Tuesday. Lions tight end Sam Laporta could miss the start of the regular season with a hip injury that will keep him out of practice for the near future. In Major League Baseball, it's the Yankees who lead the Orioles 3-0, bottom of the third inning in Baltimore. Aaron Boone, manager of New York, told reporters that Aaron Judge has been cleared to begin his hitting progression. Judge has been on the injured list since early June due to a right rib stress fracture. And in tennis, Carlos Alcaraz announced that he will make his return from his wrist injury at the U.S. Open. I'm Amancio Bolaños.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
It is the Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, glad you're along. We appreciate all the support and that you listen. And don't forget, tomorrow morning you got a little extra Odd Couple because we'll be on the Dan Patrick Show. We will not be on tomorrow night. It'll be a couple of other chaps who will be in our seats, but tomorrow morning we'll be on from 9 to noon Eastern, the Dan Patrick Show. Instead, there you go. It'll be the Odd Couple.
Are they ready? Hey, Rob, are they ready for us?
Nope.
No, they're not. No. It's going to be I'm telling you, Kelvin, had nothing to do with you. Rob G won't admit it, but I was banned from Dan Patrick. He hates me. He doesn't want me on his show. He said put anybody on other than me.
Racist. Yeah, Rob made the old mistake of trying to do the Odd Couple at 6 a.m. Pacific. Did not go well for him.
Well, wait, Rob G, you said it as if he ain't going to try it tomorrow.
It's not going to go well tomorrow if he tries that again.
That's all right. They were desperate. That's why we're doing it. Right? Rob G, just admit it. Right?
Covino and Rich were like, nah, we ain't doing it all week. Sorry.
They can't do it tomorrow.
Scott didn't. He sold it a lot differently than how y'all proposed. He sold it like, hey, guys, I know we put a pin on it before, but we're going to unpin this thing, and it'll be a good look for you guys, and put you on a bigger platform where guys can shine like stars that you are. He sold that to me, Rob. What you trying to say?
I'm just saying, we've been on that show before, Rob G and I. I used to do it with Doug Gottlieb. Rob G, how about us screaming in the morning?
That was
low key. Did rough. I do it with you, Rob? I did. I've done it a couple times.
We might have done one show together. Yeah, we might have.
I did it a couple of times too. But
I was going to say,
we were banned.
Yes, I think we're banned. Also, check out The Odd Couple on YouTube. We have our own channel. Please, we appreciate the support. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, hit that subscribe button, comment away, thumbs up, icon, all that. Again, check us out. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. All right, can we get everybody on the screen, Elijah? Just so certain things that really hurt me.
Okay.
And last week in Atlanta, I got there early on a Monday. And you know how I am about a couple things. Wings, money, bets. And so I went and I bought a 50-50 ticket at the Atlanta Braves game on Monday. But they don't pick it that night. Some places, they'll have like 3 or 4 games before they make the grand prize pick. Okay. Does that make sense? Like, they'll accumulate money over 3 or 4 days and say the day is this day. So the picking day for this lottery was Sunday. So I look on my ticket on Monday, and they picked my number, your boy got picked.
Okay? Oh!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
So I look, and I'm thrilled to death. The pot was $60,000, which means I would have won $30,000. So the weird thing is, on the date that it was picked on the 16th of August, they had two numbers. Two numbers. This one number first, my number second. I know it's my number when I saw it because I had a weird number in the back end. I looked, I said, I won. But next to the top number was the money, and next to my number was nothing. So then you got to go all the way over to the right, and then it reveals to you that I won the signed autograph picture from some scrub on the Braves. I don't even care who
Wow.
Can you believe I got jobbed out of $30,000? Now, when I bought that ticket, it wasn't for an autograph picture from a player. It was for the 50-50 jackpot. Why didn't I get my $30,000? I don't understand it. So my panties have been in a bunch.
Yeah. No, I get it. I can't make sense of it. I mean, unless they simply said there's one sole winner for the money, and then whatever else we choose, tickets, sign something, a poncho, whatever else they felt like giving away.
Can he get that and you give me the third? Why would you pick two numbers? When I bought the ticket, I bought the 50-50 ticket. Alex, do you understand what I'm saying? They didn't say, give me your $20 and you can get an autographed picture of somebody. That's not what I paid for.
No, I'm with you.
Why is there more than one winner on August 16th in Atlanta? If my number wasn't there, I'm good with it. Why'd they pick two numbers? I never saw this.
And I know you called them because I know you. So what did they say?
They said it was just, it was a bonus. A bonus pick. I don't want a bonus pick. I want the $30,000.
Yeah, they gave you a consolation prize, bro. They gave you, and yeah. I mean, $20, you got something that could be worth $1,000
with money. The euphoria I had, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. Anybody would.
Oh, God.
When I saw that number, I was like, $30,000, I'll take that any day.
I thought you passed out. I would have passed out.
Cheesecake on me.
Yes.
No, it wouldn't have been on him still. He would have found someone else.
Still would have been on him. Still, come on, Alex, you took it too far. He said 30,000, not 30 million.
You're right.
Monty, these guys are not Alex, the other two. Not Alex, the other two. Are the most ungrateful people I've ever worked with.
Facts.
Rob G has a couple pair of Jordans that I bought, but he always makes it like I'm cheap. Alex, I bought you a couple pair of Jordans, right?
Rob, I've seen enough instances of you being cheap. That's why you can be generous and still be cheap.
When have I been cheap? I brought the wings in. When have I been cheap?
Well, you still owe, and you still owe the other half of them. That's part of it. You paid
I haven't been at the studio. I haven't been at the studio.
So that's one. No, we had the Odd Couple Christmas lunch that you ordered food to go, which was kind of funny once you found out Chris was paying. You showed up to the Super Bowl with your luggage inside of a mattress bag. Yes, I know that there are instances of you being cheap.
I was leaving the clothes behind. I didn't want to bring a bag and be charged for it.
Rob G, we ain't done. And Alex, I said, hey, guys, wings on me. I turned my back for 1 minute, and you added on 40 extra wings
Alex.
and 6 Cokes.
I swear, this is the call. Alex, did he give you the card? Okay, show me the menu. What did it got for drinks? What's for dinner? What do we got?
Yeah, exactly.
Add the fries.
All right, that's it. I'm done. I was so hurt.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry, Rob. Were you the first number picked, or were you the second one?
It was listed second.
It was listed second. Okay.
Right, but
That's
I don't understand. I don't understand why they're making 2 picks. Is what I'm saying. Like when I bought my ticket, it was for the money. That's all I'm asking. Like why?
Also, why call it 50-50? That's weird.
It's a 50-50 raffle.
That doesn't make sense.
Not.
Yeah.
I'm getting an autographed picture of some guy I don't care about.
After thinking you won 30, I would have.
That's
the
thing, Monty.
I would have burned that place down.
So pissed.
No, yeah, I don't know how I would have recovered. I would have been taken in handcuffs. I would have been so mad.
$30,000 is a nice little thing at the ballpark. I'm just saying. All right, I'm done.
No. 30,000 is yeah. That's a lot of. That's a nice amount of money. 30,000. 3,000 is one thing. 30 is a whole different bag. I might have been trying to get somebody's head.
Dang.
Yeah. That's.
No, I would have been like,
feel
Rob,
for you on that one.
forget the charity. I get the other 30. That's the 50-50. You picked my number.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say, well, you have to show me that you picked my number second.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's two numbers. How did that go? I don't even understand it.
Foul play, Rob.
I should sue the Atlanta Braves over this.
You should.
Now you sound like you mad at the Atlanta Hawks. They got rid of Magic City Night.
Well, I'm mad at that too, so that's another story.
All right. Let's get to speaking of, I guess, mad. Maybe if you're a Denver Nugget fan, Rob G, maybe you're mad that you lose a nice punch off the bench with Peyton Watson.
Bro, if you're a Denver Nuggets man, you got to be pissed today because the Denver Nuggets are a seasoned team. We'll call them that. They don't really have a lot of young assets, but they had one of them. His name was Peyton Watson. About 6'8", 200 pounds, elite defender, shoots about 40% from three. And they had to give him away for nothing because their salary cap situation is so bad. Guys, they acquired a 2031 Cavs first-round pick and a 2032 Kings second-round pick in the deal. Number one, when those picks convey, Nikola Jokic will be 36 years old. So that's part of the problem. Number two, they got this massive trade player exception in the deal, which sounds good, until you realize that because they're in the second apron, they can't even use it. So they dumped their only good young player for nothing, basically. It's not looking good if you're a Nuggets fan.
It's not. And I think we've seen the last of Nikola Jokic in the finals. And some of it's not his fault. As you just mentioned, some of it's the league where it's set up now with the second apron. And you're hamstrung into what you can do, who you can sign. You mentioned, he was giving you 15 points a game in the 54 games that he played. So you got a guy giving you nice punch. As you mentioned, young, only going to get better. We talk about you got to have elite wings in the current NBA, and they have that, but then they had to get rid of him. So now you take a blow if you're the Joker. And now it's getting to where, again, I've mentioned it before, you got a guy who's been a 3-time MVP. A lot of people think should have been 4, finished first or second the last 6 years. So it's absolutely crazy, his accolades. But at the end of it, he's only going to walk away with one ring. And if he were just a guy who got an MVP, you'd say, all right, I'm not mad at that. But a guy who as highly regarded to only walk away with that and not even have many deep playoff runs, like a bunch of Western Conference Finals appearance, a couple Finals appearances, even if you lost, at least you got there. To not have that is, to me, going to be a disservice to him and really just a ding to me when I'm talking about the long-lasting legacy. And a lot of it, again, I look at the Nuggets. Him and Jamal Murray, they kept that marriage going a long time when we've seen Jamal Murray, and we know that he couldn't stay healthy a lot of the times when they needed him. And we know that if it ain't the Lakers, he didn't show up a lot of times in the postseason when they needed him, but yet they kept that marriage together. And they've gotten rid of players when you thought, wait, why would you get rid of him? They lost to KCP, they lost to Bruce Brown before, and then obviously they brought him back. But now it was happening with Watson, and I look up at this and I say, okay, we're going to look at it, and now with the emergence of the Thunder over the last 2-3 years, with the Spurs and our expectation of them, and then obviously there's always a team that pops up. Minnesota has had their number. Minnesota, we don't know what they're going to be now that they made some trades and got Melo. They're either going to be incredibly fun to watch or they're going to be horrible, a disaster. But and obviously the Lakers make some moves. There's some moves that have been made out there. I think between the top two teams and the Spurs and the Thunder, it's going to be a rotating piece of who gets there. And I think we've seen the last of Joker. And Joker, Rob, doesn't strike me as a guy who wants to be traded and kind of go to a team and go there to try to get a ring and stay relevant. I think, as Rob G just mentioned, he might not get to 36, 37 in the sense of not that he won't have talent still, but just I'm ready to go home. I was a second-round pick. I've overachieved. I got a ring, got a bunch of MVPs, and I think we'll see the last of arguably one of the best, 2, 3, 4 players of the last 10, 15 years getting a ring. And I think it'll be disappointing that that's all we got from a guy that potentially could have 4, near even more MVPs. All I got was really one real deep playoff run. And that's just a tale of the times that we're in. It also, to me, a tale of where the Nuggets missed out on some opportunities, maybe holding on to guys too long or getting rid of guys too early.
Kelvin, when you talk about this is where me and you separate. We are definitely the odd couple. He's playing with house money. The Denver Nuggets, can I give you an education on the Denver Nuggets? They had never won anything. They had Carmelo Anthony. I could go through the lineups and the teams that they had. Chauncey Billups was there with a group. They never won anything, okay? He won a championship. He was never going to win 4 championships, regardless to because he won MVPs, he was never going to win 4 championships. He's the only player in the history of the National Basketball Association to win a championship without having another all-star on his team. No one had ever done that. He's a made man. That it sounds great that they should go to the finals every year and he's the best player and all that. None of it makes any sense to me. I don't. And then you say about the injuries and how was he supposed to win? I don't even understand the idea. Like the Nuggets were supposed to spend the money that the Warriors did and go over the apron. They don't have that kind of an organization or that kind of money. They don't.
They're already spending money.
How? They just let somebody go because they couldn't afford the
That's my point. Because they've already spent money.
No,
Look, I'm not questioning.
But my point is, I don't know what you're expecting. LeBron James played 24 years. He's got 4 championships. But you're telling me that the Joker should have 4. Right?
No, what I'm saying is no other guy. I'm glad you said that. What I'm saying is. What you're leaving out, LeBron went to, 10, 11 finals. Steph Curry has been to. No, I'm talking about the playoff runs.
Never won. Some of the greatest players.
None of the greatest players you're going to name.
How many did Dr. J win in the NBA?
He's got a ring.
He got
and he
one.
Also didn't have 3. So doesn't have 3 MVP. 4 could have been more.
No, it doesn't matter.
All I'm saying is,
man, stop with the MVPs. That doesn't mean you're going to win a championship.
It
has nothing to do with it. It doesn't correlate.
So then have him retire. Because according to Rob Parker, once you win one, go away. Rob Parker wants you to win one and go away.
Nobody said that.
That's what you said every single time.
It's the Denver Nuggets. It's OKC. You had OKC winning again.
It's Golden State.
You had OKC
what do you
winning.
Mean?
You had them winning. Even with the Warriors, all the money they spent, they won 4 championships over 18 years.
And how many did they go to?
Even the Spurs, they won 5 in 20 years. I don't understand what you're talking about with all-time great teams.
You are literally naming my point. That when you get a guy who is a multiple-time MVP like that,
won. They never won before.
You're naming guys. Nobody thought about the Warriors. Then they get Steph Curry, and now the expectation for a 15-year process, 10, 12, 15 years, was to make deep playoffs run, and they did. You get Tim Duncan, and all of a sudden, multiple MVP guys, and they go regularly to the finals. LeBron James, and multiple MVP guy to the finals. God forbid I expect the best player in the league for dang near a decade, as people put him, to want to make deep playoffs run. God forbid that's what I have expectation for, Rob. It makes all the sense. In the NBA, okay, so NBA, the best player can't have runs. I hope you don't bring up Larry Bird.
No, I'm talking about there's so many great players who didn't win.
They weren't 3-time MVPs, Rob. That's the point.
Didn't win. He was a
one-time
great player.
MVP.
He's an
one-time
all-time.
MVP.
He's a top 50 player. Go look on the list of top 50 players. And they didn't have one guy.
Barkley.
No, it ain't about that. It's about their teammates. They have
and
all-stars.
He's got a team.
They have Scottie Pippen. Kobe had Shaq. Shaq had Kobe. Come on, stop acting like it's a one-man band to win a championship. You're
nobody said it is.
Disingenuous.
No, you are.
He didn't even have an all-star player. He didn't have an all-star until last year. Last year. Was the first time he had an all-star player. We cherry pick who we yell at
or who we have criticism for. We do that all the time. So the 3 times should have been 4-time MVP. I can't have expectations that he has regular deep playoff runs.
No,
that's crazy.
No, you can't.
Well, that's wild.
No, you
can't.
Then
don't be the best player then.
Don't be the best player then. Down to the Spurs, they had Tim Duncan, they had Kawhi Leonard, they had Tony Parker, they had the Admiral, and you're telling me that he's supposed to win on the same plateau as those guys? You don't even make sense. I just named you 4 guys who could be in the Hall of Fame, and
you just named guys that came later.
They won.
And that Denver team And that different team with the best player,
with nobody. He has nobody.
Can I routinely have a playoff run? Nobody said he has to have 6 rings, but can I get to the finals and maybe lose? Can I get to the Western Conference Final once or twice? How's it unrealistic? Every best player has deep runs throughout the history of the league. I don't understand. If you've been covering this league since the 80s.
They have all-star teammates.
And I just said the Denver Nuggets have also at times maybe should have made some better moves. I didn't absolve them from anything.
They don't have money. They don't like that. They don't have money.
Okay, so just retire then. Don't compete. What's the point?
It doesn't matter.
Just
He's
go
already
play with the horses.
He's already a made man.
Right, so then go away. You're a made man. Don't play. Don't compete anymore. You're a made man, and Giannis is a made. Everybody's a made man. Just everybody go home and retire because you're a made man. What's the point of playing?
I think you're ridiculous when it comes to this. 877-9905.
Zero expectations and also hypocrisy on who we will criticize and who we won't. The best player, God forbid I have a little bit of expectations from him.
You lost me. All right, would it be a disappointment if the Joker only ends up with 1 ring in Denver where they never won a championship before he got there? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you get Uncle Rob hot in the US of A.
Rob G, let's go here. Travis Hunter, didn't have the first year, rookie year we maybe had hoped. I mean, he was just as good as it gets, and people had high expectations for him, but that he was going to be a two-way player, the first one in the NFL since Moby Dick was a guppy. Didn't really work out well last year. Rob G, where are they going now?
Well, now they're going to dinner, movie, maybe a show, right, Rob?
Home dinner, maybe a show.
That's right. Nice, tough scene for Travis Hunter. Now, he's back. He's healthy again for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but if this week's practice schedule means anything, the idea of him being a two-way player is done and over with, because on Monday, he did not take a single rep with the offense.
Wow.
Throughout camp, he has been full-time defense and mixing in sporadically with the offense. And even then, with the offense, he's mixing in sporadically with the third-string wide receivers.
Wow.
So he's not getting many reps at all. All signs point to, at least for now, we'll see maybe years down the road or at the end of the season, two-way Travis is no more. He is now a cornerback first and a wide receiver 7th, 8th, maybe something like that.
You're putting too much sauce on it, Rob G. He's going to get some of those snaps. He's going to play offense. I just think that's not the priority right now. Rob, this is one of the few times me and you agreed on something, meaning how cool would it be? Let this kid go out there. Clearly, he was the best receiver in college, best defensive back in college, won the awards, Heisman, and all that good stuff. So we said, dang it, let's give him a shot, give him a chance. Let's see before we just say, no, you can't. Now, he was able to get out there and catch some balls, got better as the year went on before, of course, he was ultimately injured. He had 28 catches, basically 300 yards. In his last game there, he had 8 catches, 104 yards, and he also had a touchdown throughout the season. So he's starting to show some promises, made some amazing leaping catches. But he played 67% of the team's offensive snaps and 36% of the defensive snaps. So what it makes you think, are they trying to swap those numbers where maybe he plays 30, 40% of offense, 60, 70% of defense? I think you're still going to see him out there, Rob. I think he's still going to get a chance to play both positions. I think he's too talented. He's still too young, and I think that's part of when you drafted him, you knew that. However, I do think when you think long-term for Travis Hunter, ultimately what may keep him out of potentially wearing a yellow jacket or a Hall of Fame type career when we know he has that type of ability is his pursuit of this. And I think this might hold him back where we never got to see the absolute best version of him playing this. And we bring it up with Shohei, right? Shohei is hell-bent on being a pitcher and an offensive talent. And we've seen how great he's been. But we know He's been full-time this year. He's been nicked up. He's been banged up. So we've talked about it. You're not getting the absolute best version of him offensively. You're not getting fully the best version of him pitching-wise because he's getting nicked up and he's getting banged up and injured. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the Travis Hunter experience where he'll have 500 yards receiving and a few touchdowns, but you never know how great he could have been a receiver. He'll break up passes and have a good defensive year and get a couple interceptions, but will he ultimately take away from his own full career by trying to chase this? But now, as a fan in entertainment, I'm in. I still want to see it. And I was looking up the numbers, Rob. Deion Sanders, who arguably one of the greatest athletes ever walked the planet Earth, at his best, when he was with the Cowboys, he was getting 50% of the team's total offensive plays. He started 8 games at wide receiver, played hundreds of individuals. They had some snaps and sets specifically for him when they gave him the ball. And obviously we know what he was doing on the defensive side. So if that's the ceiling where, okay, we'll play him more like Deion was with the Cowboys, ultimately we know they won a title. We ain't saying that's going to happen down there in Jacksonville. But my point is, I'm in on that. But so like me and you have said, I want to still see it, give him one more shot at giving him a lot of possessions on both sides. And ultimately, you can slow it on down like I think we're about to see with Shohei, where he'll be reliever, maybe a starter here and there, but not starter all the time because ultimately it's taking too much away.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in that they're not really giving him an opportunity to try to make this thing happen.
It's still early, Rob. It's still early.
My thing is, if you're ever going to do it, it's now where he's young. Do you know what I mean? Like let it run its course. It might only be for a year or 2 or 3, and then you realize, okay, it's too much or whatever. But here was a guy who came out who was as good and won all the awards on both sides of the ball. I think it's a shame. I think we shouldn't be closed off to that. You know, I guess you could the Angels and the Dodgers could have said, Shohei, no, we're not taking you from Japan unless you pick a side, you know, and you could only do one thing. And they did not do that. They said, okay, let's try to make this thing work.
Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday. Clearly, you hear one of the best, one of my favorite for sure. Still got a lot to get to on this show. We got Shop Talk coming up in a little bit. That'll be see what Rob G cooked up. Looking forward to that. By the way, it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready with Webull. Get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC. FINRA investing involves risk. And for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. 877-99 on Fox. We'll take some calls on the other side, Rob. Let's go to Monty Bolaños now. She's going to get you updated calls on the other side.
Before I go with the sports update, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when they swapped the mom.
Aunt Viv's?
Oh, was it Aunt? No. Was it Aunt Viv's?
Well, it was Mom to all the other kids, but Aunt Viv's to Fresh Prince.
There we go. It's the same one. That when they swapped her, and it was just like, all right, I guess they swapped her. Like, I feel like it wasn't even that big of a deal at the time. But it was like, wait, that's not the same one. And then we never looked back.
I always feel bad for that lady because I was just going to say she gets a lot of smoke online, y'all, because, like, it wasn't her fault. She just took a gig, you know.
Yeah.
But for 20-some years now, I hate her. What's the worst addition to a TV show ever? Her. Like, she always be getting smoked now.
Yeah. But at the time,
But Monty,
I don't remember.
was going to say, you watch soap operas. They used to do it all the time. When I was growing up, I would be, with my mom, and I would hear them go, the role of Jack Evans is going to now be played by Bill Smith.
Really? Is that?
Yeah.
Is it
When they used to announce it?
They used to announce like a theater show?
Like they would say it as he was on the part of Bill Smith is now going to be played by Jay Thomas. Yeah. And then everybody have to accept that guy as who that is now.
I guess this is it. That's kind of how I felt with Fresh Prince. Guys, we've got the NFL preseason underway. It's only week 2. Fernando Mendoza out there for the Raiders, had a couple of nice throws and then threw a pick 6. So right now, the Texans lead the Raiders 14-0. It's still early in the first quarter. CJ Stroud also out there for the Texans. He's just 4-6 for 27 yards. Still to come, the 49ers and the Chargers, but that's going to kick off at 10 Eastern. Other news out of the NFL, Lions tight end Sam Laporta could miss the start of the regular season with a hip injury. Eagles first-round pick wide receiver Mekhi Lemon returned to practice today after missing time with a hamstring injury. And the Jets are set to start Geno Smith at quarterback against the Steelers tomorrow for their preseason game. He's been dealing with a foot injury. In college football, Oklahoma head coach Brent Venables got a 6-year deal worth $63 million. He is now under contract through the 2031 season. When it comes to the NBA, James Harden agreed to a 3-year deal worth $97 million to return to the Cavaliers. Right now in the WNBA, after the first quarter, the Fever lead the Wings 22-18. Caitlin Clark, she's got 5 points. Paige Becker, she's got 2 points. When it comes to baseball, the Yankees still lead the Orioles 3-1, top of the 6th inning in Baltimore, and the Astros are up on the Angels 2-1. 4-1. Okay, then you're in front of me. Oh, yes, I'm seeing it now. Is it Luis Garcia Jr.?
Yep.
Yes.
No,
with the home.
Yep.
Now I'm seeing it. You got it before me. The Astros lead the Angels 2-1 after the first inning. Nationals and Rangers are scoreless. It's the bottom of the second inning, but Rangers pitcher Jacob deGrom has officially reached 2,000 career strikeouts. Back to you guys.
And Monty, you know what's crazy about Jacob deGrom?
What?
The second fastest to do it behind Randy Johnson. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, I didn't know.
272 games.
Notes. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Very impressive considering all the great, good to great.
And he's had a lot of injuries in his career. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on the list of like what could. I mean, he's obviously why we just mentioned he's been very good. There's also a level of like what could have been.
You know what? Now he's that guy. I agree with that. We did it on the podcast today. Matter of fact, you can check out Inside the Parker. We talk about Jacob deGrom. He was 2 strikeouts away, and he gets it tonight
in the first inning
for the Rangers. Yep.
Yeah, good for him.
Thank you, Monty.
All right, thank you, Monty.
Jess.
All right, let's take some calls. 877-99. I'm Fox. Me and Rob getting into it. Really about the Nuggets as a whole, but turn to Joker as well. Where are you? Let's see who we got.
All right, Tony in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tony?
Fellas, what's good?
Tony.
How are you?
I'm with Rob on this. Look, Kevin Garnett has 1 MVP and 1 championship. Nobody criticizes him. Karl Malone has 2 regular season MVPs and none championships. Nobody criticizes him. The guy that you need to have the smoke for, Kelvin, is the MVP in Philadelphia, who's never been able to lead his team to a conference final. Okay, that's the guy.
Tony, I'm with you, but I ain't had a chance to because he ain't never there. I need something to work with where I can go at him. I ain't had nothing. He don't play.
I think Joker's had a great career, and he'll be joining the greats like Amari Stoudemire in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Thanks,
he
Tony.
Said Amari minding his business, celebrating what they wear, orange jackets. He taking it straight right now. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that class wasn't the strongest, Rob. That wasn't the strongest class of all time.
No,
except for Candace Parker.
It was actually pretty weak. Lawrence in the Natty in Cincinnati. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Lawrence?
Hey, Rob, Kelvin, I love you guys, man. How you doing?
Good.
What up?
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
No doubt. Cincinnati, Rob, you already know. Hey, listen,
I know.
Man. Yeah, I know you know. Hey, check this out. So, we got to have no smoke for Joker. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I want to focus on the international dudes. So think about this. Giannis got one. He's from Greece. He's a Hall of Famer. Dirk got one, Hall of Famer. SGA, if he doesn't win another ring, he's still a legendary Hall of Famer. So my point is this. The international players don't have as much pressure as the domestic players because they're not expected to win no titles. The international guys come in here and win titles, and they're like heroes of their country. Yep. It's not the same thing for the domestic dudes. So that's why domestic guys got to win multiple rings.
I agree. I don't think that there's any pressure on those guys. Everybody, Dirk Nowitzki had a great career, and he capped it off with a championship. And most people are like, and he won it. He was the MVP. He made all the big shots.
You don't think it's pressure on Luka?
No, I'm just saying, yeah, to win one.
I'll give you the 90s because we didn't know.
To at least win one. I don't think anybody's looking at Luka and saying he's got to win 4 championships with the Lakers. I don't. As good as he is.
I agree with the sentiment.
You think he has to win 4? You think he has to win 4 for people
I think
to feel
if
good
Luka
about
wants to separate himself from being because where we place him currently,
I'm just asking
to separate himself from all these other guys, he's got to get 2. Yeah,
I don't even see how anybody's expecting him to win 1 with that lineup and what team they have.
Well, no, nobody. It ain't what's your boy Joe Burrow now or never. But the only thing I'll say when I go back to Joker, I'm not questioning he's had an amazing career. I said that we didn't really know who he was when he came here. Like, who's this guy? All right. My only point is, once he became that guy for the last decade, multiple MVP, 3, I'm saying going through the 70 years, 80 years in the NBA, usually those guys, you look at a Bird, 3-time MVP, Magic, they go to the finals all the time. You look at LeBron all the time.
Yeah,
Steph Curry. All I'm saying.
But what you're not doing, though, is you're not looking at the teammates. And that's what I think you're missing, is that the guys you're talking about, Larry Bird had 3 Hall of Famers, right, or 4. And all these teams, you're right. Isaiah Thomas won 2, but he had Joe Dumars and who's on the Hall of Fame, and he had Dennis Rodman who's in the Hall of Fame. And the Joker has one guy who went to 1 All-Star game. I don't know how you could look at him the same way.
Because
Seriously.
I'm saying when you're that prolific.
No, I'm talking about the teammate part.
Right. But I'm going on him because the NBA is the one sport where the one guy can make a huge difference. Not saying you got to win 8 of them. I'm saying you can make a huge difference where you're continuously having a go at it, having a shot, making deep playoff runs. That's all I'm saying. And for it to just be, well, we made, he did the one, I feel like, well, dang, if he was the best usually in the NBA, that guy accounts for many more deep playoff runs. That's what I'm saying. That 3-time could have been 4-time MVP.
I think he's right where he should be with that team. I really do. Sam in Toronto. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sam?
Hey, guys. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Best show on
What's up, Sam?
Appreciate it, Sam. How long you been listening?
Years, man. Years.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Rob,
you,
you're
Sam.
a legend. Kelvin, you're killing it. Love it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
you.
But
listen, man.
If you disagree with me, don't say nothing else, Sam. Leave it at that. Leave it right there. It was great. It was perfect,
Rob,
Sam.
Sorry, Kelvin. I do agree with you. We got to stop making excuses for Jokic. If he's who everyone says he is, he needs at least more deep runs, at least, if not another chip. Like, we're holding all these stars to the highest standard, multiple runs, deep.
He has nobody on his team. What team are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, Rob, you got to stop acting like his team is horrible. This is getting ridiculous.
What team are you talking about?
Jamal Murray, Eric Gordon.
He's the first guy who ever won a championship without another All-Star on his team. Do you hear what I'm saying? Hello?
What about
Is this
Dirk?
on?
Dirk just did it.
Is this on?
Dirk just did it.
Who?
Dirk did it with
Dirk
no
Nowitzki.
stars. I need another finals.
No, he did not. No.
That Pistons team didn't even have stars.
The first they had All-Stars. The first guy who ever did it was the Joker.
But why can't we at least keep the standard going?
That's all I'm
let
saying.
the guy retire then. You know what I mean?
That's all I'm saying, Rob. Nobody's saying he's an incredible player. We know that.
Your expectations are ridiculous.
Yes, I'm saying yes because I look at the history of the NBA. That's all I'm saying.
Sam, don't come across the border. Okay, that's it.
I'm there all the time, Rob.
All right.
Sam, call every time. Rob G, lock his number in. Anytime he calls, put him all the way through.
Mike in North Carolina, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. I'm only kidding with you, Sam. Mike, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? First time
what up, Mike?
Caller, long time listener.
Wow, how long you been listening, Mike? How long you been listening?
Man, a few years, maybe 4 or 5 years, guys. I want to say I just recently transitioned to a new job, and this show got me through a lot in the evening, man, when I had to commute, man. So I appreciate the show, for real.
Oh, man, appreciate
thank you,
brother.
Yeah,
Rob, we got a
appreciate
bunch
it.
of first-time callers today.
I know.
Yeah, man, but it will not be a disappointment, man. I think ring culture really has us spoiled. Rob, I'm with you on this one. First of all, man, I mean, there's a lot of great players. For one, Carmelo Anthony couldn't get over the hump. On
Thank
the same
you.
Team, wearing the same number that Jokic does. And Jokic, I think he makes it look easy because he's a triple-double machine, but he does not have a team. Jamal Murray had a few big moments, but he is not.
He's not.
Yeah, let's stop it with that. Like,
Man, now hold on. Rob G, why are they acting like Jamal Murray all of a sudden is just like this 8th guy on the best team? Jamal,
He's not
I'm not
an
saying he is the
all-star.
return.
He was a one-time All-Star.
Because he's
That's
a
what
guard
he
in the West where at one
So
point in
what?
time,
If you're
several
good,
guards in the West
if
would be
you're
in West.
good.
And did you just compare Carmelo Anthony, who was a heck of a scorer, to 3-time, could have been 4-time MVP Joker? They let that man wear his number. They said, Carmelo, go, here, take this number 15, Joker. You can have it. Are you serious right now? Talking about some Carmelo Anthony.
Jamal Murray was giving you 21, 5, and 4 on 48, 40, 90 splits.
No, the Jamal Murray
he just
slander
couldn't
is
make
going
the
crazy.
All-Star team. That's all.
That's all because they got to run
Then
a
why
Clay
didn't
and
he make the
Steph were
All-Star
automatically
team, Rob G?
because Clay and
Isn't that
Steph were
for the-
automatically
Yep.
two.
Stop.
Damian
No, it
Lillard
ain't.
was getting one every year.
They
Damian
were.
Lillard was getting every
Damian
year.
Lillard didn't win Jack, and he got the All-Star, right? But he didn't win Jack.
Because Damian
Come
Lillard
on,
is
stop.
a better player than Jamal Murray. We're not
Stop.
crazy.
So is it not
And-
about
and-
winning then? Then it doesn't matter about winning, right? Because it just matters about
because he
putting
don't
up
have to
stats?
be the better player. Because I have Joker on my team,
No,
the best
it's
player
just
in the
so
league.
ridiculous. You're with that, and I'll never get with it as something that you hold on to. I think it's ridiculous, and I'll tell you to your face.
I'm blown
it's
away
ridiculous.
at you, to be honest with you, Rob.
It's
Because you could up here and tell me, work hard.
You want
I
Giannis
show
to
up.
win multiple championships in Milwaukee.
No, I didn't.
I
Yes,
didn't.
You know what I said, Rob
You
G?
want him to win
I
in
quote
Milwaukee.
me. I
You want
said,
all
how
these-
does he get out of
all
the
these-
first
all
round
these
every
franchise-
year?
It doesn't matter. He won a championship in
Excuses.
Milwaukee when nobody
Then
was there.
retire. Then
Please.
retire, Rob.
You don't have to
Rob.
retire.
Matter of fact, you
don't have
retire
to
too
retire.
with all your Hall of Fame work. Get out of here then, Rob. You got your Hall of Fames already.
I'm going to retire, but I'm still delivering, unlike you. I'm delivering.
Unlike them. No, put it towards them. They ain't
Unlike
delivering no
you.
more, Rob.
Unlike you.
Skedaddle. Get out of here. All right. We got Shop Talk on the other way. And Rob, get your phone around. I'm about to call you and keep yelling at you during this break here. Shop Talk, we'll see what Rob G cooked up. It is the Odd Couple on the TV theme song Thursday, Fox Sports Radio.
So the NFL 100 or top 100 keeps unveiling, segments every week, right? We talk about it. The Lamar Jackson thing, of course, was a big one for us. He came in at 69th overall. We had some fun with that. And today they revealed numbers, I think it was 19 through 11. So right before the final top 10. And coming in at number 18 overall, falling 13 spots from the year before, one is none other than your favorite quarterback, Patrick Mahomes from the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, according to this list, Patrick Mahomes is ahead of Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, and Bryce Young. And the only guys listed ahead of him are Josh Allen, Drake May, and Matthew Stafford. Now, guys, if this was a Lifetime Achievement Award, of course Patrick Mahomes would be listed that high. He'd probably be even higher. But given how average he's been the last few seasons, especially last season, Are you surprised that he still continues to get the benefit of the doubt?
I think that the people, Kelvin, who put these lists together, they just can't shake the idea that he won 3 Super Bowls and the start of his career. But it just doesn't make sense. And my only point is, it's not supposed to be a lifetime achievement award. It's supposed to be based off of what you did last year. So if it's based off what you did last year, that's how Lamar Jackson can tumble 60 spots. Or you know what I mean? If it's off of that. And if you're doing it that way, why can't you do the same thing and have Mahomes tumble 60 spots? Because he wasn't good. He really wasn't. I remember Trey Wingo and you remember the fight we had? Remember I kept saying, I could have went and got me a Pepsi break because y'all wouldn't shut up. Exactly. But you remember, and my point only was, and I get it, Trey Wingo's like part of the old guard. I'm not a part of that. But the old guard is like, oh, how can you say anything bad about Patrick Mahomes? He's had an unbelievable start to his career. He won 3 Super Bowls, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to look at the numbers. They don't want to look at the results and just base it off of that. It's hard for them to look at him and feel like, even I'm sure it was hard for them to even have him out of the top 10, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't really judge Patrick Mahomes the way they judge everybody else. And on a year when the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs after being a number 1 seed in the AFC and him not playing that well, we talked about it. Don't you think he should have tumbled more? But
Man,
this is
absolutely.
I'm just going to say last thing. This is just the love for Patrick Mahomes, and he can't do any. I don't. Maybe Nick Wright has 100 of these votes. I have no idea, but there's an issue here.
Look, listen, I am a person, and I think we've been doing this show long enough. I will hope you can at least give me credit, and you won't, but Rob G will. It's okay. That I can love someone, a thing, a team, or whatever, but also I pride myself in being nuanced enough to be like, yo, they weren't great this year. He wasn't great this year. Go so on and so forth. Patrick Mahomes, I came into the year saying, all right, this is the year. You heard me say it. No excuses. They got some of the receivers back. They got some of these guys back. We should see what they are coming off 15-2.
They got a running game. You heard
they got a running, and they stunk overall. And a lot of that luck they got the year before ran out. And he himself was, if he was just one of the 15 other guys, not the top 10, 15 guys, you'd be like, I mean, it was an all right season, it was fine, but not for Patrick Mahomes. And to be honest with you, what's even crazier, Rob, when you look at this list, the year before, he was 5th. He was 5th the year before, and he wasn't great then. But the team was 15-2. So it's like, all right, he continuously gets this love based off of how top-heavy the first half of his career was. So now he drops down to 18th, and I'm looking at a guy like Dak Prescott. Now, the Cowboys weren't amazing with their record. We know that. But when you look at what Dak Prescott, and again, this is simply based off the talent of that person, that player, the stats, and the season that they had. Dak Prescott, 67% completion percentage, 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a 99.5 QB rating. Patrick Mahomes, and by the way, I say that because Dak Prescott was 31st. You could say Sam Darnold. No, he ain't better than Patrick Mahomes in the totality of his career, but dang it, he had a good year, and he had a Super Bowl winning year, and he's 21st. You can go on down to Jared Goff. The Lions had a better record, and we talked about all the top 3-4 stats he had, yards, completion percentage, and touchdowns, and he was 33rd. So if it's simply based off that particular year, then Patrick Mahomes, who when you look at the stats for himself, Rob, did not have a great year.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week.
You got it coming. This is total nonstop action.
TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
Chop, 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 chop. Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. And if you miss any of today's show, all you got to do is search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find ours. Follow it. Rate it 5 stars. Provide a review. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You'll find the best of in a full-length version when we get done talking Rob G. We'll get that up. A lot happening next hour as well. We got to talk about something we talked about George Reister earlier. Guys who are signing with the pros, going back to college. We'll touch on that a little bit. Foul or fair with J.R. Gamble, who I still think might be in Atlanta, had the time of his life out there. We'll get with him in a little bit.
I know. That's weird to finally meet somebody, right, when you've been on the radio.
Dude, I don't even remember how it happened in one of the events, and he just kind of like, I don't know if he recognized, I don't remember, but he just walked up and I heard the voice. I was like, JR, what up? And so then after that, he was persuading me to get to Magic City. He was trying
to know
I feel like you slipped him a 20 or something. He was like breaking it down for me. He was like, "Show, come on, what you got to do?" He said, "Come on, man, it's foul. You're not going." All right, let's get to it now. It's time for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to.
Joker's exempt.
Now, it's Shop Talk.
That's right. It's Shop Talk here on the Odd Couple, the segment where we discuss something that happened outside of the world of sports. Got cheese in my throat there. This week's topic is
in your throat? What'd you say?
Cheese in my throat.
You having cheese over there? What kind of cheese?
What the heck are you eating that has cheese in it? Just random cheese?
Alex hooked it up with some Taco Bizzle.
That's head cheese, right, Rob G?
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know, but that just sounds.
What is that?
But in any event,
what is head cheese?
Is that dandruff? Is that dandruff?
No.
Is that schmegma?
No, there's a real thing called head cheese. You never heard of that?
No.
Whose head is it?
No.
I'm scared to Google it. Monty, you Google
You'll
it.
find out about that in letter number 2 next season.
Okay.
On this week's edition of Whose Head Is That?
Okay. But this week's topic's a very personal one on the show because I just had a birthday on Tuesday. Doug's got a birthday on Sunday.
Happy birthday.
And Alex has a birthday next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't do anything special for my birthday. I'm assuming Kelvin's probably going to be at home with the kids and the wife. Nothing.
Yeah, maybe a dinner, but nothing special.
Right?
Lame.
Alex is taking the entire week off to celebrate his birthday. So, guys, this is the question, and gals. Is it acceptable for a grown man to celebrate birthday weeks the way women do?
Weeks?
Wow. Okay.
And Rob G, you may have never heard me say this in Odd Couple with Rob and Kelvin history. This one's easy. This one's easy.
Wow.
I'll never say this week. Heck no, you can't take no week off. Alex, are you kidding me? Your buns are out every Monday anyway. Are you kidding me? You can get the day. I'll give you the day. That's pushing it. That's pushing it.
Can I say something? Alex is one of the hardest working guys at Fox Sports Radio. He works other jobs. Alex is unbelievable with what he's done and how much he cares for other people, and he nurtures them. He feeds them. He caresses them.
There better be a butt
He loves them. And so, Alex, with all my blessings, enjoy your birthday for the week. I got something special for you when you get back.
Thank you, Rob.
I love you, brother.
I love you, man.
I love
Thank
you, brother.
See, that's a homie right there. That's a real one.
In the words of my co-host, Rob Parker, I just threw up in my mouth.
Nah. You know what it is, Rob? I'm seeing the guys with wives and kids who don't get to do anything anymore. They don't want anybody else to do anything either.
Exactly.
Miss Alex company.
Rob G. Now I'm gonna start cooking Alex up because you know Alex ain't doing nothing either.
Oh, I'm doing
Alex, don't out here. Alex, don't be out here fronting in these streets, Alex.
Rob, tell me.
They got miserable lives and whatnot, and they're just mad that you don't have the other responsibility.
Truth.
That's all.
See, that's so true.
All right, Monty, settle the debate.
Yes.
Because women they have birthday months.
They do, but even Monty going to be Team Us. Watch.
I don't care, guys. You want to celebrate your birthday for a month? Go ahead. I don't care.
Thanks, Mons.
I don't care. I mean, I think some people like their birthdays and some people don't. Whatever makes you happy. It's your birthday. If you don't want to do anything, don't do anything.
You almost made me go Rob Parker, pick a side. I almost made you pick a side.
She did pick a side.
She did. Yeah. She said it's okay.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
Shame on Rob G for trying to slight me in this whole setup too. I have a timeshare in Carlsbad I've had since I was 6 years old. Our family has it, so we always go that week. I didn't take this week off for my birthday. The timeshare is on that date, so it's not my fault.
Alex, when's the last time you worked on your birthday here?
Never.
Exactly.
Because it's always that week we have the timeshare. What do you want me to do?
I love it.
Man up. Get some hair on your chest.
I got
hair. Say
everywhere.
I ain't going.
I'm
or
going.
say I'll go for 2 days.
I usually take 2 weeks.
He wants to go.
Oh, yeah. I usually can do 2 weeks. You're lucky I'm doing a week. You're lucky.
Alex running from the grind.
I do have one question for you.
Yes, Rob.
Oh, boy. Caution, Rob.
Do black people have to clean the timeshare? I just want to know.
No, they do not.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool.
You go with it, Rob. Since you okay with it, you taking a week off, too.
Rob, you can come, too.
That's right. I'm off.
We are Platform.
Like I said with Anthony Richardson a little bit, just stay the course, J.J. McCarthy. I mean, Kyler Murray's one of the smallest quarterbacks in the game. He's shown he gets hurt too. When you get your chance, you just got to be ready to go. And I think that's the only way he's going to get back into the graces of the locker room and the fan base to believe him. It couldn't go the other way around. So totally agree with you. It had to be Kyler Murray. That's the way it should be. And I feel the same way in Cleveland. It should be Shedeur Sanders. And let's just move on.
Well, that's funny. I was going to ask you that, right? Because if you you read my mind, if you're the Browns, you're not going to be any good with Deshaun Watson. Why not see what you have headed into a great quarterback draft with Shedeur Sanders? Find out if you have a quarterback or not.
I think they know that. I think they're getting there. And, I think Deshaun Watson won OTAs, right? He might have won the first few days of training camp. And, of course, They've paid him all this money, so they're going to try to get something out of him. And I think that you listen to anybody or talk to anybody out in Cleveland, they're going to tell you that really after the first day or two, Shedeur Sanders has whooped Deshaun Watson's ass, really.
Crazy.
Other than maybe one day.
Right.
And most of the big plays in camp are being made by Shedeur. So, yeah, I just go, it's inevitable. I mean, come on, what are we doing? We know Deshaun Watson's not the long-term answer. And we haven't seen Deshaun Watson play good football since Houston. And I don't think he's ever, in my opinion, I don't think he's capable of doing it ever again. It's just one of those things where when you're away from the game that long and your aura and your karma and everything have been messed with because of the things that happened off the field. And I tell people all the time, it's hard to go into a room and be real charismatic when you know everybody in the room's going, hey, there's the guy with the massage parlor. Hey, that's the guy that had all the lawsuits. I mean, that's going to take away some of your charisma and some of who you are. And I feel like that's been lost along with some of the natural feel of the quarterback position on the field.
He's living with demons, man, and everyone knows
exactly.
it.
It's hard. Whether what you think of it or not, he hears those whispers when he's walking in, and he knows everybody's looking at him like that. So it's hard to have a real charismatic aura like that when you've gone through some of that and people are kind of talking behind your back.
NFL's preseason continues with the Texans and the Raiders. Houston is up right now 17-3. It's still early in the second quarter. Fernando Mendoza, the number 1 overall pick for the Las Vegas Raiders, is 3 of 6 for 36 yards and 1 interception. Still to come, it's the 49ers and the Chargers, and that's going to kick off at 10 Eastern. Lions tight end Sam Laporta can miss the start of the regular season with a hip injury that will keep him out of practice for the near future. In Major League Baseball, it's the Yankees who lead the Orioles 5-1, bottom of the 7th inning, about to start in Baltimore. Rangers on the scoreboard first against the Nationals. They're up 1-0, top of the 4th inning. Jacob deGrom for the Rangers has officially surpassed 2,000 career strikeouts, while the Angels lead the Astros 4-2, top of the 3rd inning. And in the WNBA at halftime, the Fever and the Wings are tied at 42. I'm Amancio Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3, and I'm
Number
still
3.
soaking wet. You know that? I'm still soaking wet. This feels so
You
uncomfortable.
still mad they didn't give you 30,000?
Yeah, my 30,000. You saw what I sent you on your phone? Did you get a look at
man,
it?
I did. Let me pull that back up too. Yeah, I feel you when I'm looking at this.
And
they
here's
got
the
you
problem.
all excited. Yeah, go ahead.
Seriously, here's the problem. Did they pick the runner-up first and then pick the winner second? If they only made one pick that night, I would have won the 30,000. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You don't pick the
These are
winner
questions
and
you
then
need
the
answered.
runner-up.
You know
All
somebody,
right.
go get you a lawyer.
Check out our YouTube channel. All I know is I want my 20 back because I was going for not the Sean. I don't know whose picture that was.
Oh, that's funny. Maybe he'll be a Hall of Famer. You can get some money for it or something later on in life.
I was looking forward to the 30 grand. How about that? All right. Check out our YouTube channel. Just go to Odd Couple FSR. Check us out and hit that subscribe button again. Check us out on our own YouTube channel. We appreciate everyone who subscribed, and we hope that more people will subscribe. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Rob G, you got some odd mob probably all over the place, probably ripping people. I'm assuming.
We touched on a bunch of stuff.
Well, there's a lot of thirsts over Monty, but that's par for the course.
Okay.
We'll move on from that.
Here we go. Jesus.
No, there's a lot of people really weighing in on the whole birthday celebration situation.
Okay, what the street saying?
Cosmo says, I do a birthday month, Rob G.
A month?
Yeah, good
Goodness
on
gracious.
him. Sir Evergreen
Do you
says,
know it's a him?
Probably. He says, married men always miserable online. It's a chronic issue.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. Guys who are married, like they're
Tell
just
'em, Rob.
miserable people. They won't go to Magic City. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That makes you a miserable person. You ain't at Magic City. Okay.
Your Honor, he's miserable. How do you know? He didn't go to Magic City.
Damien says, birthday week, real feminine energy. Maybe there's some correlation with married dudes not being onto that week birthday thing.
Wow.
Feminine energy.
Feminine
energy.
Dang.
I doubt this man has ever even used masculine energy in his life.
What is masculine energy?
Masculine? It's the divine masculine, which is stoic, it's strong, it knows its ability, and it also is able to make feminine women feel even more divine because you give them the comfort to be themselves. So when you're talking crap with other
Alex, you
people,
can't be-
not strong.
That's right. Be a
we'll
woman.
tell him, Alex.
Be
Yeah,
a
go
woman.
for it. Act like a woman to call someone a woman. Great job, bud.
Exactly.
Now y'all know the next comment's going to be women like, what you trying to say about us?
I'm saying y'all the best. You queens.
That's facts, though. I ain't arguing with
Monty's
you on
going to
that.
jump through the glass and slap you.
Go ahead. What else? Is that it, Rob G?
There is some wild commentary about Karl Malone that I can't read on air.
Okay.
Well, we already know that Karl Malone, when the NBA invited him to the All-Star game, I couldn't believe
We're not going to get into it, but yes, there's a lot of people wanting to make sure we did not forget about that. That when you brought up Karl Malone,
we talked
not
about
getting
it.
a
Do you remember that?
championship, it's like, hey, don't forget he also did something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now the streets gonna keep receipts, Rob G.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well,
Keep them coming. We'll be more in the
I
show.
can't believe it. They didn't rip me today. Very nice.
I mean, there's a lot of people ripping you. Rob, just because you scream over people don't make you right.
I'm right. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so.
Why do you always acting like the only thing I do
you
is
don't make
scream?
any sense. There's another one. I could just keep
They're
going.
onto your tactics,
How
Rob.
high
They
do you want me
onto
to
your
scroll?
tricks.
Okay, can you give me where's the positive? I've been on the show for 15 years, and Rob G skipped over the positive.
No, this is a good one. You'll appreciate this. Hey, Rob, I think they gave you a boneless pick.
That's like the boneless.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, my apartment is shaping up in New York. Oh my God!
Okay.
I mean, I got a bed now.
Do
with
not
a
say
frame.
that your apartment's doing well, because Rob.
Don't do that. Rob G's mad about it.
Yes, I am mad about you because we did a whole MLB Inside the Parker podcast today, which dropped. Is incredible, great work by me. That's because Rob Parker had no internet in his house. So I'm going to do the whole thing on my phone, Rob G. I'm just going to yell into it. It's going to be fine.
Oh, God.
And then it's going to drop middle of the interview, but don't worry about it. We're going to put it back together.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I don't have internet. I don't have internet yet. I don't live there all the time. I'm just there every once in a while.
Why you ain't just go back to where you are now and do it from there?
Where, to Manhattan, to the studio?
I don't know.
We
I
did
don't
it
know
this
what
afternoon.
borough you're. I don't know where is the condo? I don't know.
No, it's in Queens, and the radio studio's in Manhattan, so it's just impossible. You know what I mean? At that time to get there.
I got you.
Yeah, and then I'd have to stay in the city all that time. You know what I mean? Before the show.
Don't say
so
that.
I had
Just tell me later, because Rob G ain't trying to hear none of it.
All right. He still got the podcast done.
It is done. It is up. Shout out to Charlie doing the video version. That'll be up, I think, sometime tomorrow. So that'd be great.
Yes, absolutely. So we give you two versions. We give you audio and we give you video. So we appreciate everybody. All right, Rob G.
Facts. Well, speaking of two versions, there are two versions of professional football players these days, it seems like. You guys touched on a little bit with George Reiser in hour one. There is a growing trend. There's over 30 athletes now, several of whom who were recently on NFL training camp rosters, who through some legal loophole have decided, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to make the team. I don't know if I'm going to get a guaranteed contract. I'm going back to college for a 5th year of eligibility. Guys who were on NFL rosters on Tuesday will now be on college rosters tomorrow. What do you think of that?
Kelvin, you disagree with it, so you can go first.
Yeah, well, I'm just not a fan of it. I'll be straight up. I'm not a fan of it. It's different, Rob. I think the great compromise was a handful of years ago. Remember when they changed it? It used to be even if you signed with an agent, you were done, period. You'd be done. And I thought that was extreme, right? You make a decision and you're like, oh, shoot, okay. You hadn't done anything. The college year still, it's not, it's still going, the actual school year. So once they changed it to, all right, you can sign with an agent, and then before the draft, you can be like, nah, I'm good, I'll go back. I thought that was the perfect medium. You had a little moment, you got a little crazy, or maybe you thought your value was so high, you decided to come back. That's fair to me. Once you start going and signing with pros and participating in practice and training camp and getting bulked up and getting all the benefits of being in the pros when it comes to nutritionists, when it comes to obviously all the training staff they have there and just the coaching that you'll get for those months, and then you come back and beat up on some potentially 18, 19, 20-year-olds, I'm just not a fan of it, Rob. Sometimes in life, you had to do it, I had to do it. You make a decision. You put on your big boy pants and you roll with it and you go forward. You've taken jobs that you maybe a little bit in. You said this ain't the best job, but you know what? I made the decision to roll with it. I've had to do it. It's part of life. And the idea that you can go back, we've gone so far with what we're allowing athletes to do. You can reclassify in high school a couple of times. Now you got 19-year-olds beating up on 16-year-olds and no daggone 20-year-olds in high school. You got a bunch of old kids coming back to college. Now you got dudes that signed pro contracts, got to smell what it's like to be a pro and say, nah, I'm going to go back. Then it puts pressure on the team. Okay, wait, now you're back? Okay, now I got to, wait, I already signed this kid. Maybe I'll void this contract if I'm going to bring you back. And it's just doing too much. You had your shot. You had your day. And move on. Go fight, earn your spot in the pros, and move on and live life. I'm just not a big fan of it, Rob. I understand and get paid, but you've moved on with your life. You signed up. You were getting pro training, pro everything. Don't now come back to college.
Kelvin, you're way off base, and I'm going to tell you, you're living in the past. You're supposed to be some new thinker. What you're fantasizing about doesn't exist anymore. There's no such thing as amateur sports and college football. So you're living in some past world where there were strict rules and you couldn't take a pizza and you couldn't trade your warm-up jacket and you couldn't get tattoos. That world doesn't exist. These guys make millions of dollars to play in college. So it's not illogical for them to just because you're in an NFL training camp, you're not a professional. You don't get paid until you make the team.
You don't even sound right.
You're not though. I'm just trying to. You're not.
But you are.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not. When they say former NFL players, your name will not be on. I don't care how many training camps you went to. Until you get on the field or play on a roster where you make the team, you're not an NFL player. You're not. So these guys are within their rights. I have no issue with it. They're probably going to make more money than they would have made in the NFL. So what's the difference? They're making money now.
Just stay there. I don't have a problem with it, Rob.
No,
just
they
stay
don't have
there.
to stay there because it's open for them because of what's happened to the system. They're paying people now, so it's ridiculous to make it like, oh, no, you're in an NFL camp. If I have a year of eligibility legally, why can't I go back and play, especially since I haven't signed a real contract yet? You know what I mean? That makes you a professional athlete. I'm not going to be listed in the annals of NFL that I was an NFL player when you look it up if I only went to training camp. So they're not doing anything wrong. I have no issues with this whatsoever. This is what college football wanted. They refused to foot the bill. They wanted it to be the Wild Wild West, and that's what you got. And the players who take advantage of it, I applaud them. Use the system and take advantage of it, because this is what they've set up for you. So they didn't want a collective bargaining agreement. They didn't want the kids to unionize. They didn't want any of that. They didn't want
this might be the thing that lead to it, Rob, because seriously, I'm with you on that. Because
it's too late now. They're not doing anything.
Well, they're going to have to unionize. I'm saying even from the player standpoint. I mean, like they're going to have to find a way. It's too much money involved. Like, and you mentioned if we're going to be like pros, well, pro leagues have unions. So if we are the pros, then we're the pros. Then
look at the money they're making.
So then they union. No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying then it's time to unionize, and they should be able. Because if they are pros and they're making 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, guys making 5, 6, 7 million, star quarterbacks, whatever it may be, then it is absolutely time to unionize. But I just go back to this, Rob. At some point, my thing is you've gotten years, and now it's split up, right? Because in this case, the ones we're talking about now. And we talked about with George, because this is why he said he's okay, but only for this class. It's the class of 22 that got that fifth-year ruling. So a split. Those guys I can understand. You said you're going to give us a fifth year. Give us our fifth year. A Louisiana case had that. That was a separate thing. Then you got the earlier case, which allows 16 players to do that and go back, which was not about the 5-year thing. So to me, with the 5-year, I get it. If you made this rule, and obviously we all know coming out of COVID, world was crazy. So I understand the last couple of years have been a little crazy. We're trying to make sense of the world. I'm with that. We all are still trying to recover from it. But and by and large, the idea that you can go be on a team, practice, in the facility, hanging around pro coaches, pro trainers, pro everything, and then be like, nah, I'm going to go back to college.
You're already pro. You're already pro. You're already making money in college. I just don't know.
I'm not saying you're not making money.
Pro.
Because,
that's what makes you a pro. That's what makes you a professional. It's just earning money. It's nothing else. It's not coaching.
Then go
be
a pro.
It has nothing to do with anything.
Okay, so then start another conference. So the NFC, AFC, and college FC.
No, it doesn't matter. The only thing that makes you professional is that you earn a paycheck to do it. It has nothing to do with the coaching or that you're at Alabama, whether you're at the Jets. It's that you get paid.
No, I'm not questioning the payment. What I'm saying is you're getting the top of the line, everything else that the NFL, the best
That's
professional
not what
league
makes
does.
You professional. When the coaches come, when Jim Harbaugh comes, or some NFL coaches and gives a training session, should the college players not take part in it because he's a pro coach?
No, that's his training session, and I don't even know when that actually will happen. I don't quite get what you're saying. But I'm saying if you're on a pro team, like there has to be a line in life, Rob, where it's like, okay, bruh, you have done what you did. Great job. You got a chance to make a team. Go do that and move on. You can't be like, hey, yo, Fox, I'm about to sign on again. And then before your first day of air and be like, no, I'm out. Actually, I'm going to go back to something. You signed on. You up. Let's go. And I just don't like the idea
They don't
of
have
going
a
back.
contract. They didn't sign on. That's what you don't get.
Some of them did sign contracts.
No, they didn't. They don't have.
They did.
They don't have a contract.
No. Some of them signed, but if they choose to go back before, and the only thing they have to do is give back their money. I got the ruling right here. And so they have to give back the money that was earned. So I'm saying I don't like the concept of you moved on everything in your life. You are being a pro. You signed on. You're in training camp.
But until you actually make it into a real game, you're not even considered an NFLer. That's all I'm saying. You're not.
I'm just not a fan. I hear you, and this is why the best part about our show, we don't have to agree, and we can be. That's what I come. There's a line where it's like we've gone too far. Where kids in high school and middle school are reclassifying just so they're bigger, stronger, and faster than everybody else. And then you get to college, you finding ways to manipulate, get extra years. And again, I'm with the kids. You know, I've talked about this. I'm glad they're getting paid because I used to say NCAA was the biggest participants in identity fraud. I can take your name, image, likeness, all that, use it, make millions on you, and not give you anything. So I'm with the money aspect, but my point is once you kind of made a decision, let's move on. But that's where I am.
877-99 on Fox. Should rookie NFL players be allowed to go back to play in college, to play pro football in college? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the TV theme song Thursday. Coast to coast in New York and L.A. on this TV theme song Thursday night. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you ain't scared to be masculine and take a whole week off in the U.S. of A.
Well, speaking of wasted money, Rob's favorite Fox broadcaster, Tom Brady, is back in the news once again for a completely different reason this time. And that's because Tom Brady saw an X account post a highlight of him playing in preseason football with Randy Moss in 2010. And one thing that user noted was that the highlight touchdown that they shared took place at the 5:11 mark of the third quarter in a preseason game. And Tom Brady's like, hey, I like that highlight. I'm going to share it. I'm going to add this. Preseason, regular season, I never want to be taken off the field. Practice makes perfect. There's too many people looking for easy ways out these days. When you're a football player and it's football season, your job is to play football. Rob Parker.
Tom Brady is the biggest hypocrite going. I did somebody else write that and not remind him, Rob G? He pulled off one of the all-time, actually should have quit football. Do you remember with Tampa Bay when he took off the 2 weeks to go on vacation with his family?
Yes, sir.
I mean, do you, everybody else was in training camp. Everybody else was practicing. And Tom Brady was strutting around the beach showing off his dad bod. I just don't even how in the world can you say that out of your mouth knowing that you cheated the game late in your career so that you could stick around, or you were trying to save your marriage or whatever it was? He's the ultimate hypocrite, and we know how football is. Do they need to play every game? I think you need to practice. Do you need to play into the third quarter of a preseason football game that as much as people love football, Rob G, nobody loves watching preseason football. You're a football guy. Are you hell-bent I got to watch every snap of a preseason football game?
No, not even of my Raiders am I watching every snap.
That's what I'm saying.
Game.
It doesn't move you that way. It's like one of the worst things to watch is preseason football. And with the chances of you getting hurt on every snap, I understand why people don't need to play that much. You want to get your work in during practice. If you want to get in for a series or two, throw the ball around. Try to get out of there to at least get into the season. If you get hurt, Rob G, in game 1 or game 5 in the regular season, there's nothing you could do about that because you got to play, right? We can't bubble wrap you. You could get hurt. But to get hurt in a meaningless preseason game is devastating and not worth it. It just doesn't matter. We see in college football, and I would have said to Tom Brady, what preseason games do they play in college football, Rob G? Do they play preseason?
They do not.
They just play the season, right?
They just play Southern Connecticut, Tech State, the home of Rob Parker.
Exactly. So they play their cupcakes, right, in the first 3 or 4 games, build their record, get some reps, and then they get into the – normally, I know once in a while some schools start with big games, but normally that's the way it's done. Mm-hmm. So if college football and that preseason games, to say that the NFL and these guys need to play all the time and not look for an easy way out, I just don't see why you would want to get hurt in a preseason game.
No, that's big facts. Like, at some point, you have to understand where your bread gets buttered. And in today's NFL, and this is for all sports, as much as we try to preach load management and sports science, and we have better medical advancement, better training, better nutrition than ever before, at the same time, Rob, you know this, guys are getting hurt more frequently than ever before. It doesn't make any sense.
It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling.
It doesn't make any sense. And I may be the one person who will say this. I think the reason why this keeps happening is because, as Tom Brady says, the guys are not playing. They're not practicing. They're not putting in the man hours. Rob, you followed the fight game 50 years ago. Not so much anymore, but you used to cover all the big fights, right?
All the big fights, yeah.
And one thing they say is part of boxing is you have to spar during training camp. You might get hurt. You might get tuned up. You might get your block knocked off. But that's the only way you're going to be prepared to take a shot in a real fight is if you get hit with a real shot in practice. And that's something that's getting lost on a lot of these players is because of load management, because they're so worried about putting mileage on the tires. These guys aren't practicing. They're not hitting in practice.
But here's my pushback to this. Rob G, guys used to come to training camp when I was covering the NFL in the 80s. And they would be out of shape, and they would work themselves into shape, playing shape, right?
Right.
That's what they used to do.
We're gonna make our dreams come true. Were you in on this one, or just one of the ones that was on, but you weren't necessarily in?
Yeah, I didn't really watch Laverne and Shirley. After I watched Happy Days in the beginning, I kind of let that go. I didn't follow on with the Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley. Yeah, I dig that. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday on Fox Sports Radio. You're still what? Still wet? Okay. All right, now I'm concerned, bro, because it's been 2.5 hours. You shouldn't be this wet this long.
I'm still wet. I'm not even kidding you.
What did you run through? You said a monsoon? My goodness.
It was a monsoon. It just was pouring. And I had to walk 5 blocks from the subway.
You keep a trash bag or something on you, a sofa bag or something you ain't had nothing to cover up with?
I needed it, and I wasn't paying for an umbrella.
Yeah, file or see, that's Rob G. Get back on the mic. See, this is what I'm talking about. The man is still wet hours later because he didn't want to pay for it. He could have got a $5 or somebody on the side of the street.
We talked about it on the call, and he's like, no, I'm okay.
Right? I told Rob G, I'm not paying for an umbrella.
That's just crazy, dude. A $5 cheap, $1 store umbrella you could have used for 2 days or something. File a fair with JR Gamble on the way. Last call on the way as well. Check out the podcast. And if, by the way, you want to stream us live wherever you happen to be, even if you're in New York or in LA, coast to coast, all you got to do is get the iHeart app, the new and improved. You can catch up with us 24/7 there. Just search the Fox Sports Radio in the app. That way you can stream us all day, every day, and you can select Fox Sports Radio, right? Favorite, so it'll be one of your presets. It'll pop right up at the top of your screen. So go ahead and do that. All right, 877-99 on Fox, having a quick conversation. College football players, NFL player, or pro players who don't play yet going back to college. You in on this, out on this? Where do you stand? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Let's start with Caleb in Missouri. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What up, Caleb?
Hey, guys, this is a terrible thing for radio, but you guys are both right. Kelvin can be right that this ruling is stupid, but Rob is also right that this is the new world we live in. Once we agree, pay the guys, we were screaming that for 2 decades. Now this is the kind of stuff we have to figure out as a sport. I mean, I'm old enough to remember 20 years ago, guys were trying to come out as sophomores in college. They're 19 years old, and we said, well, no, wait, you have to be at least 20 before you can come out. And we figured it out.
You're right.
So we got to figure this out just as a sport and as a collective of how we're going to handle these kinds of situations.
No doubt.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, they're getting paid already. Nobody's an amateur anymore. So the whole idea, the whole thing is fuzzy now. There's no line.
So I do agree with that, but it's like at some point we got to draw, like, where do you start drawing a line and start to make some decisions?
It's just too late because of the money part. Let's talk to Andre in Massachusetts.
Yeah, see what Andre's talking about.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, didn't we learn that if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right? Okay?
Wow.
2 wrongs don't make a right here. And so the previous system that the Ed O'Bannons of the world went against, i.e. Kurt Flood, for Major League Baseball, they stood against it back 30 years ago, mid-'90s, and they said, no, we deserve our name, image, and likeness. And college sports put their thumb on them for decade after decade. That was wrong. And now this new wild, wild west where there's no rules, where you have all of these universities with all this brain power that have just, they've given up. Once the players got any sort of right and had any kind of say-so, every authority figure, I mean, let's talk about the Nick Sabans of the world, people that are going to Congress complaining, all these coaches that have guaranteed contracts, who park in the president's spot, and run these universities. But as soon as they had to deal with the players on any sort of an equal level, they hit the road and have been crying a river ever since. So it's not right. I understand the players are getting their money, and so they're getting their market value. By the way, what we do need to investigate is what the heck these guys are doing with their money and how it's affecting their life. We know what percentage of professional athletes end up broke. I think we have the same sort of epidemic in college sports that nobody's really talking about. But it's not right. You can't be in – I see what you're saying, Rob, in terms of the letter of the law and the players benefiting from this, but it doesn't help college sports. It makes a difference that Archie Griffin won back-to-back Heismans at Ohio State. He was in one place over a period of time where you could develop a
This is a different world, though. And Andre, don't hang up yet, real quick. Andre, you there?
I'm here.
What happened to the Red Sox? They've lost 8 out of their last 12.
Happened to the Red Sox, here in anybody can be the underdog, right? Anybody, but when you have expectations, I think this is a team that's a year early. So when you have nothing to lose, you can go, but I think they're dealing now that people are looking at them to say, hey, maybe these guys can win the AL East, compete with these teams. Now it's a different ballgame. I think they'll bounce back, but they're showing their youth and inexperience.
No doubt. All right, thank you. Everybody was jumping on me when I said that they wouldn't make the playoffs, but they were winning. What did we say, Kelvin? You can't keep that up in baseball. Didn't I say that? You can't.
That'll get you right. All right, on the way, File Affair with JR Gamble. Right now we're checking in with Monty Bolaños, who is getting you updated. Monty!
What's up, fellas? NFL's preseason action continues. It is halftime, and it was all Houston in this first half against the Las Vegas Raiders. A pick six that came off of Fernando Mendoza. He was 8 of 15, 86 yards, and a pick six. Houston is up at halftime 20-3. We likely will not see Fernando Mendoza in the second half. Still to come when it comes to this preseason action, it's the 49ers and the Chargers, but that's going to kick off at 10 Eastern. Eagles first round pick wide receiver Micaiah Lemon returned to practice today after missing time with a hamstring injury. Lions tight end Sam Laporta could miss the start of the regular season with a hip injury that will keep him out of practice for the near future. And the league did fine the Cowboys and the Saints $500,000 each for unsportsmanlike conduct following multiple fights during their joint practice on Tuesday. When it comes to Major League Baseball, the Yankees still lead the Orioles in Baltimore. It's 6-1 after 8 innings. Rangers on top of the Nationals 1-0 after 5 innings, and Jacob DeGrom for the Rangers has officially surpassed 2,000 career strikeouts. While the Angels have extended their lead over the Astros in Houston, they're up 10-2, bottom of the 4th inning. Aaron Boone did tell reporters today that Aaron Judge has been cleared to begin his hitting progression. He's been on the injured list since June 2nd due to a right rib stress fracture. When it comes to the WNBA, it's late in the third quarter, and the Fever and the Wings are tied at 54. Caitlin Clark, she is 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. She's got 7 points to go along with 6 assists, 2 rebounds. She also has 2 turnovers. When it comes to Paige Beckers, she is 2 of 10 from the field. She's got 5 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 6 assists. NBA news that James Harden agreed to a 3-year deal worth $97 million to return to the Cavaliers. And in tennis, Carlos Alcaraz announced that he will make his return from his wrist injury at the U.S. Open, which is next month, late August. We're already in August, so in a couple of weeks, actually. He's a defending champ. And then in golf, lastly here, guys, at the BMW Championship in St. Louis, there is a 5-way tie at the top of the leaderboard after the first round. Rory McIlroy is part of that group. There are 6 under par overall. Scotty Scheffler ended 2 over on the first round. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Monty. Have a great night.
Have a great night, Monty. Thank you.
You too, guys.
No doubt. Monty, wait. Elijah, put the camera back on Monty real quick. All right. Just stay there for a minute. We're waiting on JR Gamble, so just stay there and keep the numbers up.
We're trying to get the numbers going. Monty, is that a update worn T-shirt you have on?
It's definitely it's not an update T-shirt, but it's a worn T-shirt. It's
what does it say?
You wore it during the update.
Yes,
Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. It's a tie-dye, old school Little Mermaid. Looks like the VHS cover.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Very nice.
Who did I see you hanging out with? Were you hanging out with Dave Roberts lately?
Oh, yeah. That's what a proper handshake looks like. I may have a seminar. Dave Roberts, manager of the Dodgers.
The manager. Yeah, what was that all about? I saw that,
it was for our tour department, and so we just had like a thing with him, and then I met him. But you guys see that proper handshake? That is how you shake a hand. People don't know how to shake hands.
That's facts. I want a tour of Dodger Stadium.
Whenever you want.
All right.
Settled. But you got to pay for it, right, Monty? Tell him he has to pay.
You don't have to pay. I got you.
I know people. I know Monty.
You know me. You don't got to pay.
I'm in the building. All right.
You can come too, Rob Parker.
All right, I'll come.
And now you just ruined it, Monty.
No,
it was just you and I. Now you ruined it. Inviting Rob.
I'm not going to come with you and your family. I won't scare your daughters, okay?
Then we'll get jumped because all the Dodger fans going to be mad. The hater, Dodger.
The Dodger hater.
Hey, LA hater. And you're going to turn around.
Yeah. I do have to defend him a lot when I go to work.
Hey, yo, that's mad funny, actually. That is, I can't lie, Rob. That is LA hater. You turn around is hilarious. That's funny. All right. It's now time for Foul or Fair with JR Gamble.
That ball is.
It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's JR Gamble.
That's right. It's Foul or Fair here on The Odd Couple, a segment where we go around the diamond to discuss all the biggest headlines in Major League Baseball, nor do so properly. We got to bring in a real baseball expert. A man who single-handedly raises our ratings at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays because they are floundering without him. None other than JR Gamble.
What's up, fellas?
What up?
What's happening? JR Gamble, Rob G, was at Magic City. Had a great time.
You got straight to it. You didn't say Atlanta. You didn't say NBJ. That was foul. You got straight to it.
Yo, that section that Rob had, it was packed. I think, Rob's a contributor to getting young women through college, and I think he really opened their minds to. I saw a lot of conversation going on. They were asking about reporters and what the reporters do, and I think that's very intriguing.
Rob's one of those, huh? Where they think
exactly. I was telling them about my job.
Where you think they really like you, huh? Okay, that's tough.
Yeah, Rob G. He was telling her, "Hey, girl, you shouldn't be in here. You don't gotta be in here. Let me help you." And by the way.
JR was standing right by me when one of the women said, "Is that a reporter's notebook in your pocket?"
Oh gosh. Okay. We don't want to get fired. Let's keep it moving. It is foul or fair. JR Gamble's in with the guys.
Boy.
Because JR is the star of the segment, he gets the first crack at everyone.
Have on some jogging pants.
Let's get to it. JR. Pedro Martinez, we love him. But he got roasted online last night for this gem of a tweet. He said, quote, "I believe the Blue Jays didn't come out as they wanted to after the World Series." Dynamite analysis. Now, given that Toronto is 14 games back in AL East, 3 games under 500, JR, foul or fair to say the Jays have been baseball's most disappointing team this season?
Fair.
It's a fair ball.
Now, they get some competition from the Mets and the San Francisco Giants, but Toronto came closer than you think to winning that World Series last season, and it would only be right.
They should have won. They should have won.
Yeah, I would argue,
They should have won. It would only be right to be optimistic that maybe they could come back and get it done, but in baseball, it doesn't work like that, right, fellas? Like, the Yankees and Dodgers have people spoiled because they go to the playoffs every season, but that was Toronto's shot. And no one's playing. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is not the same. George Springer's not the same guy. Bo Bichette left. So Toronto's disappointed, but it's understandable why they're disappointed. Like Texas capitalized on their shot some years back. Last year was Toronto's shot, and inevitably in baseball, they had a down year.
I'm going to say foul.
What?
That is a foul ball.
And you know why I'm going to say foul? Nope. I'm going to say Seattle. Seattle's even worse than Toronto.
Yeah.
And look at where they are. They fell off so big. It's unbelievable how bad they are. They lost the other night to the Brewers, 22-0.
Lord.
They've had an awful season. So Kelvin, I'm going to say it's Seattle.
That's baseball.
You know what's funny? I'm going to say it is foul.
That is a foul ball.
And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm just going to the Mets and what they've just become over the last couple of seasons. Just in the fact that, they're not even in anything. We're not considering them. You got all this money spent, all of this, that, and the other. And it's like you're in New York, and they're not even a question. Like, we're not even having this conversation with them. But to be honest, all 3 of these teams were on my list. I was going back between Seattle, the Mets, and, of course, Toronto. I'm like, Seattle, Toronto, and New York. I'm like, because you could argue a case for all 3 of those teams.
Yeah.
All right, foul or fair. JR Gamble sitting in with the fellas. Guys, Jacob deGrom entered in Thursday's action with 2 strikeouts, short of 2,000 strikeouts. He just got them earlier tonight. Shout out to him. And now, including him, there are only 94 pitchers with at least 2,000 strikeouts in baseball history.
Wow.
So, now that he's gotten there, JR, foul or fair to say that he's a lock for the Hall of Fame?
Fair.
It's a fair ball.
But the one knock against DeGrom, he's pitched more than 170 innings just once in the last 7 seasons. And he only has 104 wins, I believe, over 13 seasons, which is not that impressive. But we know he was one of the best pitchers of his generation. I would say when at his best, he had Hall of Fame stuff for sure. I'm just not too sure that he did enough to reach Hall of Fame status, particularly in the second half of his career where he barely pitched, but the 2,000 Ks helped. 3,000 would be better. I don't know if he pitched enough. He was known as a brilliant 6-inning pitcher for most of his career, and that might not be enough, but with the way metrics have changed in his favor in this era, probably.
I'm going to say foul.
That is a foul ball.
He needs to stay healthy and continue to pitch because all of those injuries do hurt him. The 2,000 strikeouts is definitely a good thing, and everybody who has 2,000 or more out of those 94 pitchers have made the Hall of Fame, except for 14, I think, right? Something like that. So it gives you a good chance of getting in. It's not a guarantee. I think the injuries have hurt him, so I'm gonna say he's not a shoo-in, not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fair.
It's a fair ball.
And both of y'all, I definitely get both of your points. I'm going to just add to kind of what JR was saying. I mean, you start to look 2-time Cy Young Award winner. That's definitely going to help. Five-time All-Star selection, Rookie of the Year, even comeback Player of the Year last year. So all those help. And the last, just agreeing with JR, is that, Rob, this day and age, the way they value pitching so differently than how they used to. So certain stats and things will be in your favor that historically may have hurt you. Like you didn't go long enough, you didn't have X amount of complete games. Well, now they view it differently. So I think that will bode well in his favor.
All right,
I just don't think he's a lock, and that's what the question is.
I hear that too.
Last one, Fowler Fair, JR Gamble, MLB Bro sitting in with the odd couple. Here we go. The Dodgers put closer Edwin Diaz on the IL again. Maybe he should stay there because he sucks. Because when he pitches, ERA 11.85, 2.56
Wait a
whip.
minute, Rob G, what kind of ERA does he have?
A chubby 11, not even chubby, a robust, a girthy,
an obese,
an obese 11.85. Wow. Guys, he has 7 completed saves and 4 blown saves. Okay, JR, foul or fair to say Diaz was the worst free agent signing this offseason?
Gordo. Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Foul. He's definitely up there, but I don't think his loss affects or his lack of performance affects the Dodgers that much. They have a surplus of arms and riches, and they can afford for a guy who they thought would be a strong piece to fail. It's not like they were, riding on him. If he was like their only option at close or something, then maybe. But he never, if he never pitches again this season, it doesn't really change their fate to me or how they go about the game. So the Mets actually have 4 candidates on one team: Jorge Polanco, Bo Bichette, Devin Williams, Marcus Semien. I mean, they've all fallen way short of expectations.
I'm going to say foul.
That is a foul ball.
And of course, the worst free agent signing is also on the Dodgers, and his name is Kyle Tucker.
Took it from mine.
Kyle Tucker. Kelvin, you could finish it, but I'll just start. Kyle Tucker's making $60 million, batting 179 at home in L.A. Go ahead, Kelvin.
Look out. I mean, you just took – Look, I tell you what, reason why I also say it's Tucker is because, number one, obviously we know the money and whatnot. And with what you expected him to be and with what that lineup and the offense around him, it's not all the focus on you. You can have a bad game here or there, but to be batting like 180 at the crib, Dodger Stadium, those fans, Rob, you're there quite a bit. Like the energy that brings you, like you thought that would elevate him. Again, like for instance, Freddie Freeman came, and Freddie Freeman's been Freddie Freeman. Mookie's came up until the last couple of years. Mookie was Mookie, so on and so forth. And he has been a let down. And JR, it wasn't a month. It's been a season, my G.
Yeah. And he makes 60 large. JR, he makes 60 large. 6-0.
What if he wins the World Series MVP? It won't even matter.
I'll bet you right now some wings that he ain't winning the World Series MVP. I'll bet you that right now.
He's a great player, and he struggled, but I can this is baseball. How can you say that he won't hit 550 in the playoffs? You don't know.
I'll take that bet, too.
You just don't know.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Yep.
No doubt. Hey, it was good meeting you, JR.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Come to Magic City next time, though. Don't be scared.
Hey, I know good and well they definitely better pay you because that boy was out there. I thought he was like Rick Pitino recruiting out here in these streets. He was recruiting hard.
Yeah, you know how I do. Walking billboard.
No doubt. Appreciate you, dog.
Thanks, man. Much love.
All right, last call, Rob. Ding, already. 877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. We got to hurry up, get this last call, because we got to get some rest. We got to turn right back around and do DP show tomorrow.
I know. I'm leaving food in the refrigerator here for tomorrow morning. I'm just saying.
Wise. That's wise. I get that. Hit us up. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
The latest installment of the NFL Top 100 was released overnight, and it was ranked 40 through 31. The guy who came in at number 33 overall, Jared Goff. Sounds about right. 33rd best player in the NFL. You know, it's not nothing to cool about. The problem with that is that is 6 spots ahead of Justin Herbert. 11 spots ahead of Joe Burrow. Here's my favorite. 36 spots ahead of Lamar freaking Jackson. Rob Parker, make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And this is typical. You know what? For a long time, Jared Goff, and I know that's your quarterback there, Kelvin.
Quarterback.
But he's overrated. And people keep talking about Jared Goff, this and that, and he's overrated for this reason. I don't care what numbers he puts up. He has not been able to put up the numbers in those big games that you need him to put it up. And that's where, if you're going to hold that to Lamar and some of these other guys, right? And I get it, they're coming off injuries, and maybe that's why they're pushed down. You know what I mean? Pushed down. But Jared Goff, some of the biggest games, and you know this, Kelvin, last year, 2 years ago, right? Was it? No, yeah, because they didn't make the playoffs last year. 2 years ago. That game against Washington at home, 9.5-point favorites, and Jared Goff wet the bed. If he was that quarterback and people really thought he was that dude, he would have never been traded from the Rams. Remember, the Rams had a smoking hot offense when he was there. They actually were averaging like 35 points a game. Come the Super Bowl, they scored 3 points on an 89-yard field goal, and that was it. They were like, okay, he's a weak link. We got to do something else. That's where Matthew Stafford. They took Matthew Stafford, who hadn't even won a playoff game in his career, over Jared Goff, who was a Pro Bowler, who had his offense click in one of the top 5 offenses in the history of the NFL. None of it mattered because they didn't think he could get the job done when it mattered most. Last year, if you remember, they played the Minnesota Vikings, Kelvin, against a third-string quarterback, and he threw, 4 picks? He was awful in a game the Lions had to win, if you remember that. That was another one of those moments where Jared Goff turns into Jared Tennis, and he's just no good. And that's why when you look at these lists and people prop him up and they look at some stats and all that, I don't buy into him. I think he's a good quarterback, middle of the road, but I don't think he's an upper echelon quarterback.
Man, he is ranked 33rd. He's ranked, depending on which one you're looking at, about the 8th best quarterback. You did all that talking just to tell me the man is properly rated. Nobody said he's better than Patrick Mahomes or he's better than Josh. I don't think he's better than Lamar Jackson, and I agree with you on that.
But it's Lamar and Joe Burrow.
Right, I agree.
How in the world could he be 35 spots ahead of Lamar Jackson?
The 2 lists we've been going off of do it differently. So the tiers one, we just talked yesterday. Who were we on the phone with again? Mike Sando, and he didn't even admit it. Like it's kind of random how we do it. It's history. It's also projecting future, and it's also current. The top 100 is based simply off who had the best year, who was looking good last year. So that one I can get with because it makes sense.
But they didn't even make the playoffs last year. I mean, that's
right.
The other
but they were 9-8, and his stats were If I told you his stats, you would think he was in the MVP race.
No, but
34 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Okay, but
4,500 yards. Anybody else, that is an amazing season for them.
But when did he get the numbers? When the games that mattered, they lost to Minnesota at home, and then they lost to a third string. Go look at the numbers in the two biggest games of the year.
Looking at and I'm telling you, the man put up crazy numbers. So he, to me, is properly rated. Jared Goff, what he has done over his career specifically, if you even want to include the Rams, it's more incredible. The man has been to a Super Bowl. The man has been to an NFC Championship game, which we all agree they should have won against the 49ers. Credit the 49ers for taking that game from them. And how long did you cover the Detroit Lions?
20 years.
20 years. And if I told you that you'd have a quarterback who will be 48, 33, and 1. 48, 33, and 1.
What's his record?
That dude has had a very good career.
What's his record in the postseason when it matters the most?
With the record of the postseason when it matters the most, he's 2-2.
Yeah, and the biggest games he hadn't been there.
2-2 in the postseason.
He hasn't been there.
Matthew Stafford didn't even win a game in the postseason.
That game,
Stafford.
That game against Washington is
okay. I can game you too.
That's his game. That's his career. That's what they got him for.
That was Dan Campbell's game.
That's what they got him for.
That was not Jared Goff's game. All right, I'm reading this, what you sent me. all the same.
Which one, the head cheese?
Yeah, I'm reading that right now.
I'm just telling you, I told you there's a thing called head cheese. Alex, look at your phone, Rob G. I wasn't being perverse. It's called head cheese.
I still don't know what it is. I just read this whole thing, Rob G, and I still don't know what it said to me.
Y'all think I'm making up stuff like this is Robopedia. I'm just trying to help you out.
It's not that we think you're making up. We're just nervous with you. I think we all have PTSD. We don't know what it means. Would you agree with me, Alex and Rob G?
Absolutely.
It ain't that we think you're making it up. We're just nervous that, oh, Lord,
what are you nervous about? I've been on the air at Fox Sports Radio over a decade.
And HR been fighting for my life. HR been fighting for their life. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV thing on Thursday. That's how we close it out every time. Shout out to J.R. Gamble. Just joined us. Appreciate that as always. Always a good look. All right, it is now time to get to Last Call.
This is the Last Call. Last Call.
Last call, who we got?
Kevin in Culver City.
God is good.
All the time.
Welcome back, brothers. Hey, did Luke Cornett get the invite for the event last week, or did he just miss the invitation? Just inquiring minds want to know. Also, J.R. Gamble, does he look like Five Dog from Tribe Called Quest? Because he sounds like it.
That's not crazy, Kevin. That's not crazy. Yeah. R.I.P. to the great Five Dog.
R.I.P. Five Dog. And I want to talk about Stephen A. Smith. Look, let me tell you something. As a anchor coming up, full disclosure, I had a show, Kids Talk Sports. They'll come on before Sports Central, and Jim Hill came up to me before a game and said, "We used to watch your show. You were great." That was all I needed to know, seeing one of the greats, the GOATs, come up to me and acknowledge that. Meeting Stephen A. Smith in Las Vegas at Kenny Smith's party, bobbing his head to "This Is Why I'm Hot," and hearing Rob talk about his friendship with Stephen A. Smith. We got to stop taking our prominent black anchors and journalists down with this politician narrative. I used to call Clay Travis show and have debates with him, and we never agreed on anything about politics. Just because he's friends with Sean Hannity doesn't mean he's not a polarizing figure in the black community. I mean, look what he does with the first takes that he takes on the road, giving those young journalists and anchors an opportunity. And you do the same thing, Rob, with MLB Bro. And I know how passionate you felt about that thumbs down, and I didn't like it because I know what Stephen A. Smith represents.
All right,
no
we
doubt.
Appreciate you. No doubt. We did talk about
Kevin,
that, and we
Kevin
got
ain't
into
gonna
it.
make an enemy of me. He ain't gonna make one of me. Appreciate you, Kev.
Wait till they get a load of me.
And if you don't listen to the Odd Couple tomorrow, this is for you.
Ow. Ow.